Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Professor Layton, Pandora's box, the Elysium box, the Diabolical box, well, that thing ain't quite alright now, is it? As it's known in England. We are here. We're getting back on that train. We're going into chapter 3? Maybe? Yes, 10 hours in, so you can see here, 3 hours we're in Layton's room, and it took 7 hours to go back to his room. We're heading back to Layton's room on the train. The story so far. Rumors and drop zones suggest that the Voluntary Express has another secret destination. The trio know that in order to get there, something must be done on the train. What, however, remains a mystery. With nothing else to go on, the three start searching for any clues as to how to proceed. The idea that you can just fuck up everyone else's travel plans on the diverging path by just doing something to the train and then the driver's just like, I'm going that way instead. Sorry if the rest of you had travel plans, but we must find the box that kills you. I just can't stop thinking about this phantom train we heard about. Could the rumors be true about? Well, the next stop on this line is the perfectly normal town of Luxembourg. Did you also define Dropstone as a perfectly normal town? Because we went there and it wasn't. Well then, how do we get to the phantom town? That's an excellent question, but I don't have the answer, Luke. But if the Voluntary Express does indeed head for parts unknown, the crew will know something about it. The Professor, Luke, and Flora decide to make some inquiries with the crew of the train. Hey, so do you know any super secret destinations the train travels to sometimes that people don't know about? What's that, you're not gonna tell me? Well, that's unfair. Sooner outside is a blur. You must be going real fast. Names put me at ease. The trunk is so heavy. Oh, no T-puzzles again. Boo. So we're back in the same area, but like it's a new chapter. Will we be able to get new things? I'm not allowed to enter the doors. Boo! Boo! Wait, are the crew gonna be at the front or the back of the train? No, because the back's the restaurant and the port thing. The port thing? The balcony thing. This room is very empty. Really relaxing picture, really suits the room's ambiance. Ambiance. My, the corridors are fucking smashing, baby. He's also now turned into Austin Powers, don't worry about it. Detailed patterns have been carved into every glass. Hello there! I beg your pardon, sir, but we're not open for business at this moment. Do visit us later. You're really closed? Yes, you see, on the way to Luxembourg, there's a long, unlit tunnel we have to pass through. I shouldn't give you the same voice as that. I would play Mike Austin Powers as played by Herschel Layton. While in the tunnel, none of the scenic views our restaurant affords patrons will be visible. It is Mr. Beluga's wish that all patrons be able to enjoy the scenery while they dine. Hence our temporary suspension of service. Wow, talk about a classy operation. Mr. Beluga really has thought of everything, hasn't he? But what if you give me a puzzle if I talk to you twice? My apologies, good sir, but... My apologies, good sir, but we're not open for business at the moment. Do visit us later. I have 2 English accents. And they are basically the same English accent. The difference between young and old is the same one. How's my little guy doing? I knew he'd be tough with him around, so I didn't realise how lonely I'd get. Is he happy at least? Don't you worry, he's doing great. He'll be fit as a fiddle before you know it. It's really good to hear. Don't let me down, okay? I'm actually about to close up the kitchen and rest until we get to Luxembourg. Most train shots sound for this leg of the trip, so you might as well go and rest in your room. He really has thought of everything. He bans people from eating food unless he likes the view of the windows. He's thought of everything. He truly has thought of everything. Let me inside your room. I'm breaking into shit. My bed doesn't seem like the type to travel light. I didn't know they made clothes that big. Look. No expensive in worth it. Spared at the table thing either. Is it a dress or it's look? Look fat phobic. Now that's a puzzle to solve. Now Luke, when you see someone who is the size and shape and a body that you don't approve of, what is it that you do? This is a puzzle, you see. You tell them, no, you shut the fuck up, my boy. It's not gentlemanly to talk smack to people about their body. Is it a bucket or a cauldron? So that has nothing to do with her weight, so at least that's fine. It's to do with the fact that she like carries around a witch's broom all the time. Anyway, apparently we missed a puzzle because I'm bad. Apparently I'm bad and I missed a puzzle, so we have to do hat weather. We have to do hat weather because I missed this last time. So we get no setup for what this actual thing's about. There's a fellow with, I mean, probably about hats, but, you know. There's a fellow with very particular rules about when he wears his hats. When it's sunny, he always wears his hat. When it's rainy, he doesn't wear his hat. When it's cloudy, he doesn't wear his hat unless it's been cloudy for 2 days in a row, in which case he wears his hat on the second of these days. Below is a schedule of when this fellow decided to wear his hat over the course of 1 week. His pals fill in the weather for each day. Okay, so okay, so if it's sunny, you always wear a hat. If it's rainy, you don't wear a hat. If it's cloudy, you don't wear a hat unless it's 2 days in a row, in which case you wear the hat on the second of these days. Okay. Well, presuming that we're not, presuming that it wasn't cloudy here and here, which would be rather mean. So we know it's cloudy here, right? So it goes cloudy, and he would wear it here, but he's not wearing. But if it was cloudy again, but it's not, it's raining, so he's not wearing the hat. And then he wears the hat, and then he doesn't wear. Wait, because it's gonna be cloudy 2 days in a row. I can't move this one. Farts and an anus. Look at that newest version of this calendar starts at Sunday instead. That is all. So let's say he wears it on those. Right. And then he doesn't wear one. Like, if it's 2 days in a row he doesn't wear it, the first one's cloudy. He can't be cloudy here. Because otherwise he'd be wearing the hat. And then he would only wear the hat here if it was sunny. So he's not wearing the hat here. So it could be cloudy or rainy. But he is wearing the hat here. I feel like the trick is that it's actually cloudy at the beginning. I feel like the trick is there was a cloudy day before the week started. So it's the second cloudy day he's wearing a hat. It's sunshiny, he's wearing a hat. Cloudy one day, he's not. Rainy, it's not. Sunny, wearing it. Rainy, not. Sunny, wearing it. I'm gonna go with that.
And now to test my theory.
Hey, let's go!
And there we have it.
Oh, you're cheeky! You're cheeky! You're cheeky and mean. That's a fun one. That is... The twist of the puzzle being that you have to realize that for these days to be possible, it had to be cloudy the day before the week started is mean, but that is fun. It's mean, but like in a fun way. Excellent. If you assume that Monday's show was the second cloudy day in a row, then November must have won his out on this day. The rest of the solution then falls right into place. I did it! I did it! There we go. I solved the hat puzzle. Yeah, that type of puzzle where it's just like, there's a twist to it of like something they don't tell you and realize. But to realize the idea, it's just like, there would be days before that week. Weeks exist, like, continue on one onto the other. So it's like, you gotta work out something based on like a logical deduction of something that you're not told. But that logical deduction is there would have been days before the days of this current week. It's not like, that's not a far-fetched assumption. That's just like how time works. I want to click, I was about to say, I gotta click on, do I still have to click on everything in case I get coins? Or did I miss that coin last time? Finally, time to get down to business. But since I got to do some real work. What do you mean? Didn't you just finish repairing the train? Sort of, or I can get back. I gotta do. Oops. I mean nothing. Things are good. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. I have a sneaking suspicion that something might be happening on this train. Hello there. Good day, sir. The name's Conrad. I'm a student from the village of Dropstone. I'm heading to Luxembourg, so it seems to be traveling together for a while at least. Here, have you heard about that long tunnel on the way to Luxembourg? When the train passes through it, every light on board is switched off. Stranger still, once the train nears the tunnel, all access to the deluxe carriage is cut off. Rosal needs to go to the toilet in the dark. Something very weird must be going on if they shut off access to the deluxe carriage. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. Why didn't I see it before? Look, I think I've worked things out. Quickly, to the deluxe carriage. I'm right behind you, Professor. What have you worked out? Ah, of course, they must detach the deluxe carriage and attach it onto another train in the middle of the tunnel where it goes off onto another path. All of a sudden, we're so sleepy. My train always makes me so sleepy. They put knockout gas in the air as well. They drug the air with knockout gas so no one notices. How evil will this plan get? How evil will this like plan of train has a secret destination get? How fucked can it be? Is this Layton's room? That's Layton's room. I forgot what carriage from. We're on carriage 3. Here we are, the deluxe carriage. Something's written on that sign on that door. Actually, it appears to be a puzzle of some sort. I have a hunch that if we solve that puzzle, we can gain access to the carriage. Layton, that's not a puzzle. It's a lock, and you're picking it. In order to pass through this door, I've missed the name of the puzzle. In order to pass through this door, Luke and Layton must arrange the symbols according to the following rules. The star must be next to the moon. The X must be the second from the top. The circle must be somewhere above the diamond. The moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. Give it a shot. I thought it's like the houses and the tree things that we had. I'd like it if I could take them all off. That'd be easier, but it's fine. The door's code. Oh, okay. The X must be second from the top. Okay. Star must be next to the moon. Circle must be somewhere above the diamond. Moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. Oh, so wait. So circle must be above the diamond. But the moon has to be 2 places. Okay. So the only way for the moon to be 2 places below the diamond is like this. Is that it? I've already solved it. Star is next to the moon. X is second from the top. Circle must be somewhere above the diamond. And the moon must be located 2 places below the diamond. Okay. Was that it? It said 40 picarots.
Puzzle solved.
Okay.
And there we have it.
That was 40 picarots. That's one of the easiest puzzles that we've had in the game. When you realize that the diamond has to be 2 spaces away from the moon, there's literally only 1 spot they can both be to do that if the X has to be in a certain spot. That was okay. That was 40. You did just kind of immediately find it, but it was like also very easy because like, oh, the X has to go there, and then it's just, oh, the diamond and the moon have to be 2 spaces away from each other. Well, the only 2 spots they can be to do that is at the bottom in the middle or the top in the middle. But also the diamond needs something above it, so the diamond has to be one in the lower spot. And then everything else just does it. There we are. A door's open now. Yeah, we got a hamster toy. We got a hamster toy. You can break blocks. Get coins out of it. Poink, 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 poink. It's a Mario block. Goodness, look at this place. It's off the scale. Yes, it's far more luxurious than the standard carriages. These tickets must cost a pretty penny. We still a Mario block from this padlock. Let's go. Oh, we're so... Yay, we're in a new area so I can steal coins again. Not too dark, not too bright. You can't beat high quality lighting. Is that this? Is that my ring light, Layton? Layton, what do you think of the lighting of this? Does that spot look weird? Because the darkest color of all the flags is purple, and it's at the edge of the frame, which means that it's the darkest. So over here, everything kind of fades into darkness. But then you have pastel colors on this side, so it feels like this half of the camera is brighter than this one. Does that bother you, Layton? Does that affect you? Or is like, this is not too dark, and then this is not too light, so it works? What do you think, Layton? Layton, judge my stream setup. Do it. Carpet is so soft and thick I could feel it with my shoes on. Well, that's when you know. Literally never thought of that until you pointed out just now. I notice it literally every single time I boot up stream. That this side of the camera just kind of fades away because it's the darkest color of the backgrounds. And even next to it's the second darkest color. And honestly, the green might be the third darkest. I mean, not including the black of the bed, but you know, yeah. But yeah, it makes that half, like, darker. I mean, it's the edge of the frame, so it's not that bad. Like, if it was behind my face, it might look a bit weirder. But like, behind my face is, like, the bright colors of both sides, so it's fine. I feel like the current flag that I have might be particularly bad with it. Because you might notice, like, there's a red ripple that runs through this side, right? Because my old background kind of looks like this thing. Kind of looks like the nebula. That side, I know, there's none there. There's, like, it's mainly just stars behind that. So there's actually no even bright spots behind it on the space background behind the flag there. So, like, it doesn't even have anything behind it to help shine through a little more color. But it's fine. My professor, this room is just breathtaking. And 1.5 times as big as our room to boot. Plus, just look at how super squishy this sofa is. The purple almost looks like it bleeds into space. Trademark. Does it look like it bleeds into this space now? Oh, no, they don't quite touch. No, that space starts there and then the flag's there. No. Though, the black here, there is that where behind me down low is a black void. It does look like over here is a black void. It's just my bed. But my bed has a black cover on it. So, this entire section down here is just a black void as well. So the entire bottom of the frame. They don't quite produce good. It kind of looks like it's continuous. Look at how squishy this sofa is. This sofa's got suspension. Whee! Come now, don't jump on the sofa. Look, remember that discussion we had about how gentlemen should act in front of ladies? Oh, you're right. It's so squishy. Whee! It's almost like they're children or something. Okay, hey, what are you doing here? And if you say optical illusion when you raise your left arm, it looks like you're popping out of frame. Wait, when I do, wait. Oh no! My arm's gone. I don't have a left side of my body anymore. I've only got one arm now. My other half of my body disappeared. I got sucked into the void. Damn. I lost the space. Why are we having so much fun with the OBS layout? See, the thing is, this setup, in terms of, like, this and my desk and everything so close to me, and my bed right behind me with a wall right behind me. I had that set up in my last place out of necessity. I didn't have enough space in my room to do anything differently. It was too small to do anything else. I have so much more space in this room, and I've set up the exact same thing. I could do something different. I could do the normal streamer thing of, like, my desk is actually, you know, near a wall, and then behind me is, like, a shelf of games or something like that. I could have done that. But I did this so I can still lie in bed and, like, watch YouTube on my computer at the same time. Which I like doing. I finish stream, I can lie down here, and I rotate one of my monitors over so it's, like, facing the bed. And I can watch YouTube in bed. It's a good setup. Have I shown a picture of, like, what the other half of, like, my setup is? Because in the last place that I had, where, like, right there's the monitor, right, obviously. Monitor's there, ring light's behind it, and it's on, like, a desk kind of thing. But, like, it's like a cabinet thing. That's on my consoles. That was against the wall in my last place. I have so much room here that there's an entire extra section over the other side. There's, like, I've kind of split my room into two, and there's, like, a little corridor that goes there to all of my games, and then my bar, and then my, like, bookshelves that I have nothing, like, I only have a couple things on at the moment. Anyway, Sammy's here. What are you doing here, man? Radical surprise, dudes! Anyway, sorry to burst in on your party, but I'm just here to snazz up the rooms. Let's see, do I put them here? Negative, Simon, that's no good. Hey, you! There, smart-looking dude. I mean you, man. Me, good sir. Uncle Beluga! I mean the boss. Told me to jazz out the place with some flowers. Can you work out where I should put these things to make the whole area smell nice? Oh, of course, it shouldn't be too much trouble to find a spot for flowers as lovely as these. They're two very hard voices to swap between. Thought I was only doing voice acting for Ace Attorney. God damn it. Smell the roses. He is fucking booking it. They're coming apart, Sammy. There's nothing like freshly cut roses to boost your spirits. I honestly have no idea what that smells like. My sense of smell is bad. Flowers are one thing that I basically can never smell. So I'm not sure what roses actually smell like. Do roses smell like anything like Rosa Monster tastes like? Can you help my Sammy freshen up the whole place with the fragrance? Touch a square with your stylus to place a rose. Fragrance of each rose reaches 2 squares in all directions, but it can't penetrate walls. Fragrance of 2 or more roses overlap, the resulting smell will be overpowering. Make sure to keep your roses spaced out. Touch an existing rose to remove it. I wish Rosa Monster tasted like roses. Does it taste like rosé? As in the wine rosé? How many roses? Sammy, why do you have so many roses? Sammy, why do you have so many roses? I was wondering how many I had. Infinite, it turns out, is the answer. Oh, so when it says 2 in any direction. Oh, okay. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. When it said 2 in any direction, that is significantly more intent. Like, it'll go around corners in 2s. Okay. That smell go far. Hey!
This should do the trick.
Am I just cracked today, or what's going on? 5 roses were just enough to freshen up the carriage. Why does the carriage have this many walls? And there he goes running away. Luke's picking him up. There, how's that? Oh, pedalicious. It's not crazy, but it makes a statement. I should go down a tree with the balsa man. Metaphysical walls. They're the walls of Feng Shui, or however it's pronounced. Reminds me, rose tea is a thing, right? Like when you make a tea, there can be like rose petals in the bag. So like part of the rose seeps into the tea. Or is it a different part of the rose that like does that? I feel like I've seen that. I feel like I've seen people do that. Tiniest little fly existing. I think it's a fly. I don't even know if it's a fly. Layton's. Well, now get back, relax, and enjoy the melodies. It smells lovely in here now. Yes, quite nice, I'd say. But back to the task at hand. We've given this place a once-over and come up empty-handed. Both! There is a rose petal tea, but there's a rose hip tea. The little fruits made by rose bushes. Okay. Okay. Well, there we go. A gentleman can't very well go barging in other people's rooms, so let's return to our room. Oh, Professor, do we have to? I feel like it's got so late. Can't we just stay here for now? Oh, they decided to return to their quarters. No, I want to keep running away. Anything else in here to find? No, shit! Dicks and farts. Give me a second. Where was the thing? View. Window size two times. There we go. Keep clicking the edges. Such a clicky game. Keep clicking the edges and accidentally shrinking the size of the thing. Okay, nothing there. Out we go. It's the strangest thing. All of a sudden, I'm so tired. It's the rose tea. Is there potpourri tea? Can you make a tea that's just way too much and is awful? Luke, my boy, this window has been poorly resized. Can you make potpourri tea of just like, get a bag of potpourri, just one that has way too much different shit in there, and then make tea from that? Like, just every single fucking type of, like, fragrant petal and flower and seed and everything in there. I just make tea from that. What's the matter, Flora? Gosh, I'm so happy. So sleepy too. Alright, you two, this is no time for joke. Oh dear, I'm suddenly quite tired myself. And then they all passed out and died on the train. They're being drugged! By gas or by tea. One of them's going on. Praise the research, no, but you can make potpourri out of tea there. Huh? Oh, what's going on out there? Am I dreaming? In the tunnel. Ominous. Hey, you know how you did that train reorganizing thing before? Remember when you said the train puts everyone to sleep and then switches to a different track? Remember how I was joking? Remember how I was joking? The two trains pass in the darkness of the long tunnel. Move them around so each locomotive ends up on the opposing track while keeping its carriages in the same order. On carriages that don't need to end up on the opposing track are the number 2 carriages of both trains. Ooh. Each train ends up on the opposing track while keeping its carriages in the same order. The only carriages that don't need to end up on the opposing track. Number 2 of both. Wait. And then so each locomotive ends up on the opposing track. Oh, so they both have to. Oh no, opposing each other. Okay. And then the number 2s don't need to be different. Strokes chin thoughtfully. I thought my mouse had a loading icon for a second. I'm just like, what are you loading? It's a computer. My brain is slightly exploding. Like a little bit. This is definitely the most efficient order to move all these things in. Don't worry about it. I definitely am doing this with minimum moves. I definitely did that with minimum moves.
Layton's apprentice strikes
I
again.
definitely did that in minimum moves. That's right, the two trains speed off into the darkness, each carrying the number 2 carriage of the other. What? I was joking about they fall asleep and swap the carriages around. I was joking. Ugh. Like, it's not subtle to move this shit around. My word, I must have fallen asleep on the sofa. How careless of me. Do you know what happened in that tunnel, Luke? Sorry, Professor, but I slept through the whole thing too. And I had the strangest dream. In my dream, part of the Monetary Express switched tracks while we were in the tunnel. Switched tracks? You mean to say one of the train's carriages is now riding different rails? It might not have been a dream after all. If one carriage had split off the train, it would no longer be bound for Luxembourg. Maybe that carriage is how you get to that Phantom Town. I'm beginning to suspect that you're right on the money, Luke. Oh, the Phantom Town isn't as creepy as it sounds. Yeah, we're gonna hamster slow for our troubles.
Everybody get ready to rock. The next stop is Frozen. Come on, passengers, let me hear you scream.
Frozen, eh?
I wasn't that far off with my voice, really.
Of course. How could I have missed this? Do you recall how this ticket was missing a destination? Well, it seems that the destination was staring us in the face all along.
Really? But where, Professor?
A ticket to where? Wait. Are we on the part that's been switched or not? So we're on the part that's switched. Is, like, all of the stuff also in the part that switches? Because, like, Sammy's there and saying we're going to full sense now. In front of you is a ticket that Layton and Luke found in Dr. Schrader's flat. First glance, ticket appears to have no destination written on it, but when you look at it just the right way, ticket discloses its destination, the town of Full Sense. Key to spotting the destination is the number that has been cut out of the ticket. Can you work out which number must have been there? You see it in the instruction booklet to puzzle this. Give me a second. Give me a second. I threw the box that one day. I threw the box that one day. Where did it go? Shit. Is it that? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. My bit has come back to haunt me. No! I am being punished for my hubris. Is it any of those? No. Is it that? No. Don't know where the box went. It's not any of these ones. If I was a game case thrown because a puzzle was bad, where would I have gone to? Where did I put it? We have a slight issue. We have a slight issue here. Hi chat. I don't see it anywhere in the... If I picked it up and did something with it, I don't know where it is the issue. Where did it end up? Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Oh, I think it's this. There we go. Fuck, that was a deck of cards. God damn it. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go! There we go! I found it! I found it! I found it! There we go. Finally! Jesus Christ! Fuck! That's not it either! God damn it! Oh, shit. There we go! There we go! There we go! Oh fuck, this is Pandora's box! We're playing Diabolical box! No! Wait, we are playing Pandora's box! There we go! There we go! I found it! I found it! I found it! Is that the worst bit on my channel so far? Is that the worst bit on my channel so far? This was actually missing. Well, not missing, it's... Because I threw it over that way, and over that way is my wardrobe. So I figured I would have picked it up and put it away with my games. I didn't, so I was like, okay, I must have picked it up and put it into the wardrobe. So I was literally just going through my wardrobe and just grabbing shit. Pandora's box, there we go. Okay. Oh! I found it, I found it. Fuck, this is actually a copy of Flower, Sun, and Rain. Shit. Now, fortunately, we do have, like, several instruction manuals. So, okay, so, Professor Layton et la boîte de Pandora. No, don't think it's that one. Nintendo Wi-Fi connection instruction booklet. Play games at internet hotspot. Please visit support Nintendo. No, I don't think it's that page. Gameplay at home. No. Manual setup. No. I think it's that one. Health and safety precaution booklet. This bit is still going? You mean this bit is still going and I'm still not going for the thing that is the solution? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Sharp Corporation. Is that still has the tear in it. That still has the tear in it. That still has the tear. Grab hint coins. Find mysteries. The puzzle index rocks, man. Thank you, Sammy Thunder. Oh! Mine's intact. Yo! 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 I have a ticket for the voluntary express. A ticket for the voluntary express. It has writing on the back here. This strange ticket seems to have no destination written on it, but there is if you know how to read it. Can you solve the puzzle and decipher the ticket's destination? Step up to the challenge and embark on a thrilling adventure. Hint, the answer is easiest to find if you manipulate the ticket in some way. I love games in physical world like that so much. Can I get the spirits with digital? I don't. Okay, here's the question. I don't understand what. Here's the problem though. I have no idea what it means. I have no idea what it's suggesting though. Oh, okay. It's actually meant to tear out so I can manipulate it. It is actually designed to tear out. It is actually perforated. Thank God that, like, whoever sold this to me on eBay didn't already take that out. So my immediate guess is that it's one of those folding things. Yeah, it is. Yeah. That would have been hilarious. So the idea is we fold it in the middle on the line there, and then we fold it back on the white parts there. So let me do that in a way where it'll actually look really good. So let's get that ready. Yeah, we go that entire bit, and it's like, it turns out it got torn out. Isn't this what they used to do in fucking Mad Magazine? Isn't this just a Mad Magazine fold-in? Is that literally what this is? That's so cool. Is it, some kind of copy protection they put in? No, you can answer the... I mean, it's just guessing a number. It's not bad. I mean, you just gotta guess a number. And the number would be the same for every copy. It's guessing a number between, like, 0 and 9. So, I imagine it's not there for copy protection. I imagine it's just there to be cool. That much been busy as hell. Understandable. Understandable. I'm just folding a bit of paper on string. So the idea is that it says on the back here that use this and try and find the answer. You can find the answer to this puzzle within the story of Professor Layton in Pandora's box. So I think the idea would be, like, players get this ticket, and, like, before they play the game, they read through the book, and they're given this, and they go, ooh, a puzzle inside of the book? That's cool. They tear this out, and then this is, like, a secret, like, introduction of where the secret destination is before they get to that part of the game. If I had to guess, that's meant to be the idea. So it ends up being kind of a teaser. Because if I do this... I'm trying to, like, fold it so it, like, lines up really well. I'm folding it too much to actually do that. There we go. Gotta be a little lower to actually make it work. I'm very bad at folding straight lines, as it turns out, but... Are you ready for this? Are you ready to see this? False sense! False sense! I didn't fold it very well. I didn't fold it exactly on the line, so it doesn't quite work out. Honestly, I did this puzzle having difficulty. I just had to do all the folding cupboards in my imagination. Can I fold it a little better? It's gotta fold on that side of that line. Yeah, it's definitely the advantage of, like, physical media. Is being able to, like, do fun shit like this. Trying to think of the most recent game that I got that still came with a manual. I feel like the most recent game that I got that came with a manual may have been, Celeste. Because of the, either fan game or limited run or whoever did it. Like, gave it a physical copy. As, like, a bonus thing. There we go. That looks much better. Full sense! Full sense! Full sense. Full sense. Now I've got to actually work out what that number is. Now I actually need to work out the number. In the other version, there was an extra 3 characters for each line, 50p and 16k, which, we'll pull that start for 4 at the start. Oh, did that... So the physical copy has, like, a different thing. Okay. Full sense. Full sense. Full sense. That's where we're going. We're going to full. That's the actual name. That's the actual. Reduce the amount of English involved in puzzle solving. Yeah, fair. So it needs to have a at the ends, which is a 2. It's a 2. Because it's got to fill in the E here. The E does have the middle line with where it meets up. So it only needs to go down this side and then that side. And that would be a 2. So the number that we're looking for to fill in the gap along... So we've got to fill in the number along this bottom part and it would be a 2. Oh no, so I'm in the... this is the European version. Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea, is that I'm in the I'm playing the European version. So for the European audience, there's less English. Because the word, so it's just the name of the location as opposed to saying for full sense. Because then they may not speak English enough to know what the word for means. So then it's just full sense, which is just the name of the destination. What's up, Angelo? With the amount of details they keep putting in these puzzles, you think one day playing these games should come with a whole super house appliances. What's up, Angelo? Welcome to the stream. Today's been a great day for bits. Today's been a great day for bits. 2!
Consider this puzzle solved.
Hey, there we go.
Huh. Wonderful.
Yeah, we're sticking with the European version of the game as opposed to the American version of the game. Because in the European version of the game, Luke actually sounds British. Like a British child, which is what he is. Where in the American version of the game, Luke sounds very obviously like an American person doing an English kid voice. Not very well. Pandora's Box is a better name as well. It definitely... like, Diabolical Box sounds like it could be anything. Like, Diabolical Box is what Snake could be hiding in when he sneaks up behind you and everything like that. The title Pandora's Box really does give across the idea that this is some supernatural fucked up shit. Which is funny because it's not called that in the... Because the name that it has in-game is the Elysian Box. Excellent! The missing number is 2! If you fold the ticket as shown in line up with 2 sets of numbers, they form the letters that spell out the word false sense. Looks like ticket's destination was there all along. US Luke has a very hello governor element to him. US Luke sounds like when I do Luke's voice. Is the issue. It's the same as when I do Luke's voice. And despite what YouTube comments might say, I don't sound... I'm not British. There we go. There we go.
I get it. I suppose that means we've almost reached our destination.
Yes.
Wow, this is strange. When did it get so dark?
What do you mean?
You were asleep. They had to move carriages around. But I'm very impressed by how good the followed message looks IRL. I was always suspicious that a prop wouldn't line up that well. I mean, it's one of those things where folding a bit of paper this long can make it, like, a bit harder to make it look right. But if you fold it and as long as you, like, if you hold it in place to meet on the lines, then yeah, it absolutely does look very effectively like false sense. Like, that looks like a word. That looks like a word and not numbers when you put it together like that, which is pretty well done. Again, like, it's a little, like, bulging in different ways, but that is also, like, how much that is because of the way I'm folding it. And also, it being an instruction booklet, it has, like, the pre-crease fold in the middle, which does, like, mess up the fold a little bit more, but... I gotta say, like, this is one of those things where it's just, like, when I'm done with this game and we're on future games, when people talk about, hey, do you remember Pandora's Box? This is gonna be one of the first things that comes to mind, because this is cool. This is cool. It's not a hard puzzle, and the fact that you don't even need, like, you don't even need to work out the word false sense, you just need to work out a missing number, which you can brute force, probably for the people who don't have the instruction booklet. Like, they don't make you work out the word false sense entirely. But I mean, like, it's not a hard puzzle, and it's like it's literally just like it's a Mad Magazine fold in. But that doesn't stop it from being cool. That it's like, oh, there's a prop in the game, and I have like a real life copy of it, and I use the real life copy to help solve the in-game puzzle. Like that's going to be cool no matter what. It's Snake looking on the cover of the box to work out the next frequency that he has to call. I do believe we've arrived at the next stop. But I don't see Flora, Professor. Where could she be? Hi, you two. Glad to see you're finally awake. Ah, you're finally awake. No, not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Flora, where'd you get off to? Oh, I'm sorry, but the carriage was really stuffy. So when we stopped, I went outside for some air. You went out alone? Are you crazy? It's dangerous out there. Who knows what kind of oddballs could be lurking around? Trying to cross the road and run right into that diabolical ambush. I'm sorry, I've gotten distracted. I want to look at the book for a second. Will it say other ones in here if I go into the back in other languages? Sorry, I'm reading this book, and I'm spoiling myself on something that's ridiculous and cool. Because of this, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. Do you want to know about it, or do you want to find out in the future the cool thing? I'd love to find out in the future. I know all the cool things, but I'm not sure what cool thing you might have spoiled yourself on. About a special feature. It's about a special feature, but I don't know if I can do it on this. Because it says that I need to do it on the same Nintendo DS system. With an emulator, I don't know if that would work. I do have another solution, because I do own this game physically, and I do own a 3DS. You're not even that far off, realistically. The thing is that you're not that far off. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, you are basically correct. The thing is that we can't... I forgot about that. I never did it because I was emulating the whole series too. So here's the big thing. We can't finish it until we do the next game. I think we might have to work out how to get my emulator working for the third game for this. And I'll have to replay this game on the same emulator at some point, which is like fine. Once I know the answer to puzzles, I just skip through everything. So I'm just spoiled. I was looking through here to see if I could get the word Pandora's box in other languages. Because I got one other word there, and I was curious what it was called in other languages. So I was just flipping through this to see if I could find anything like that. But instead, I found... There is also the weekly WFC puzzles, but... Well, I remember discussing this, Doodles, that there's weekly puzzles. There's also one for Curious Village in this one, too. So with this, it's a constant back and forth process. It's actually a constant back and forth process. There's something in this game you get to do in Curious Village. In Curious Village, that gives you something to go back into this game. And then from the thing that you get to in this game from Curious Village, the sequel gives you something to do something with that. This is when you said stop and swap, I'm just like, you've actually exactly said it. I never did it myself, yeah. It's like, it's a full series thing. Back and forth and back and forth. We'll have to work that out in the future. We'll have to work that out. Why am I picking up the controller? I will have to play this on emulator and have to get the emulator working at some point. I mean, I have to get the emulator working at some point so I can finish Wardens with you, but still. Either way, it's dangerous out there. Who knows what kind of oddballs could be lurking around. Sorry, I've gotten distracted a lot today. Oh, well, I'll be more careful from now on. Watch your tone, Luke. A gentleman always remembers to treat a lady with kindness and respect. Now, since we're all back together, why don't we get off this train and see where we are? Hey, we solved this. Moving away from Stop and Swap, Britain. I mean, rare. Kind of the same thing. Yo, we solved another puzzle. Let's go. Curds here even funner than those of our carriage. But is there any hidden puzzles? There's a hidden coin. So where are we? Well, false sense, but like...
This place gives me goosebumps.
Understandable! Understandable.
Yes, I'd second that.
I'm sticking close to you two.
Fair.
Oh, these must be pictures of the town.
Indeed, and old ones from the look of it. Judging by their condition, I'd say they're at least 30 years old.
Ah, yes. Layton, classic Noah of age of paintings based on their condition, because he, like... What's the word? What's the word for person who does the Antiques Roadshow? And, like, looks at things and says how much they're worth and stuff? Evaluator! Evaluator. Or something, I don't know. If I say evaluator, I'm just like, that's it. I'm just like, actually, I don't know if that's what.
Wow.
This fucking music, Jesus Christ. This fucking music.
Oh, that's right. You're an archaeologist.
Ah,
I wish you'd know.
he knows the age of everything.
Now, Luke, don't tell me you actually forgot.
Oh yeah, right, your job. Right, this is a hobby, not a job for you.
Well, we best press on.
I'll be honest, Professor, with the way you always pick up money when we go around, I kind of figured that this was actually just what you did for a living. Oh my god, you can actually see the whites in Flora's eyes when she was moving her eyes there, instead of her gigantic pupils.
What on earth?
Professor, what was that?
Let's go. Ah. Oh my.
What the fuck is going on?
What was that?
Oh. Just what is going on here?
I don't know, but it's strange.
This village sure is curious. Bro, add on way more than one mystery there. That is way more than one. What are you talking about? The dilapidated station. Minutes after Professor Layton and Luke and Flora's arrival, full sense. Rundown train station transformed into a gleamy, ornately decorated building right before their eyes. What caused a sudden change to the station's appearance? See, the previous game had nothing strictly supernatural, right? There was nothing strictly supernatural in Curious Village from memory. Unless there was and I've forgotten. But from memory, it wasn't... It was like... advanced, like, kind of like, it was more sci-fi. Like, oh, remote control first was attacking you. Oh, literally every single villager is a robot kind of thing. Yeah, the absurd tower existing at all. But that's just explained by, like, well, if you can make robots and they are people, then there's that. Just a full-on impossible to distinguish from human robots. No magic involved. Well, the thing is just, like, because that's the, like, that's the moment for, like, the series where it's just like, hey, by the way, the series is gonna do some weird shit. Like, the twist reveal that they're all robots in, the fact that they're all robots in Curious Village is a big what the fuck twist. Because you go from solving puzzles and trying to work out, like, inheritance shit and a murder case to, oh wow, like, the mystery is as deep as literally everyone is robots. So, the game, and the game from the first game establishes that shit can go weird. Shit can get very over the top. It didn't really have supernatural elements, but it asks you to spend your disbelief even more than actual supernatural story. That's, honestly, you're kind of describing why I'm okay with the series going full-on supernatural if it wants to. While the first game wasn't strictly supernatural and didn't say, by the way, yes, magic or afterlives or phantoms or whatever, whatever phantom town that we're dealing with here is going on. Like, it didn't establish that magic can exist or anything like that. But because it was so absurd and so holy shit, that I think that if this does reveal to actually be straight up magic, I'm not gonna be mad. Because we've had a previous game already set up something so ridiculous that if they just tell me, oh, by the way, did you know that magic also exists in this world? I'm just like, fuck it, why not, right? Why the fuck not?
Following rumors of the Elysian box, the Professor, Luke, and Flora set foot in a
The fact that it's called
strange
Pandora,
town.
well, that's because of what I was talking about before in
But
terms of, like, compared to
cautious as they
Diabolical
were,
Box.
Nothing could have prepared them for the
Where
events
just
to
the
follow.
idea that it's like Pandora's box, it's just like, Pandora's box, just the name implies that this is going to be some fucked up shit. Right, is what the first game plot was about. Well, I think it's also like, because the first game's plot isn't magic, but it's such an absurd use of, like, physics and, like, sciences that it's that whole, like, differentiation between magic and science once they're, like science so sufficiently advanced will be indistinguishable from magic kind of thing. That getting to possibly actual magic, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, let me roll with this shit. Let's fucking go to the phantom town of Falsense. Ah, because you fold the paper to make sense of it. Oh, I get it. So this is the phantom town we heard about, huh? It's like something from a horror film. I find the place unsettling too, but we mustn't let that keep us from our investigation. Who knows what kind of valuable information we might find here about the Elysian box. It's called that because he makes Kojima games. Professor Luke and Flora decide to walk around the town. What the fuck are we doing? I love it, but like, holy shit. Electricity bill for this place must be huge! Bronze actually appears to be well cared for. Marble railings with a level of polish. We're not in London anymore, Professor. The Shrike is so nostalgic for me. See, I have an immediate vibe of a possibility of something that's going on. I have an idea of something that's going on, just based on the idea of Pandora's box and what we know about Dropstone and seeing the photos outside. I have this feeling that this false sense that we're in, the one that is all lit up, is almost like the place suspended in time. We have the photos outside where if you go to False Sense, if you somehow end up in False Sense without going through whatever it is that takes you here, that's what False Sense looks like now. Or like False Sense has aged that much. But like, False Sense is like trapped in time or something. Like the box is used to like trap this place in time without it advancing through time or something. Maybe it like feeds off other towns to do that. Like maybe that's why Dropstone's so near. Because like whatever town was there before Dropstone was like absorbed by this town to keep this town of False Sense alive or something. Also just the idea that it's like phantom kind of gives me the idea that this is shades of a dead town, but is still here. I'm trying to think of what would make sense for a Pandora box. I'm trying to go absurd with it because what the fuck? Oh, fancy running into you here. Well, hello, howdy, hi, and all that. Blood for the blood god, towns for the town box. Are you also thinking about a diabolical box? I mean, if the box literally steals the life force from other towns to sustain it, then that sounds pretty diabolical to me. Hey, you're the postman, yep. I got post to deliver here, but it's always dark when I come, so it takes forever. No wonder the people here always seem so... So for him, it is depending on how you get to the town. Well, that's all the more reason for me to bring a little sunshine in everyone's life with the post. Wow, you deliver letters all the way out here? I certainly do, and I've got a schedule to keep while doing it. So on that note, I'll be off. See you around. Wait, so when he says it's dark, is it because the sky is dark, or does he not see the lights? Is the town in perpetual darkness? Like for the skies as well? Because they were saying how dark it got. But I figured that was, you know, tunnel and they were asleep. Either one's odd. I say, my friend the postman works a very, very wide area for delivery. But how can you cover Dropstone and False Sense every single day? Two towns so far apart, it would be simply impossible. If you think so, Luke, but our world is full of inexplicable phenomena. This is but one of many. For example, that man's a Santa Claus. Oh, I suppose so. Luke, don't you realize that we're in a town that we don't even understand how it exists? Why are you questioning the post, my boy? That is the least of our concerns right now. You're right, Professor. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck indeed? Look, have you heard of a postman? The postman for the postman. Never questioned the post. See, this is what fucks me up about Flora's sprite here. She has, like, a single line here of whites in her eyes. So I look at this Flora and I don't see large pupils or, like, large irises with pupils in the middle. I see only black eyes. But in that cutscene, she moves around to her eyes and you can see the whites in her eyes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Are you right there, Flora? You don't look well. I'm not sure. I started feeling sick all of a sudden. I don't know if we should be here. You're as white as a sheet. We'll find a place for you to rest straight away. I don't see any hotels. If there were any, you'd think there'd be a sign or something. Despite lack of advertising, I'd say one of those buildings over there is a hotel. Let's try and find a hotel. Let's sleep here. We definitely will wake up here. I found a puzzle. Where's the hotel? Near the town station are 4 buildings standing in a row. One of these 4 is supposedly the hotel location, though lacks a sign. Even so, if you study the area carefully, you should be able to tell which of these buildings is a hotel. Can you work out which of these buildings is a hotel? I mean, this hoe can't tell which is a hotel. I want to guess D. I want to guess D. Because it has lights on all in different spots. Like, these people are home, they're not using one room, so the light's not on. These people are like, one person's down there and everyone else is up there. C, I honestly don't even know what's going on here. It looks like it's a duplex. And then this one, the lights are in all different weird spots. But it also looks like a boring place. I'm gonna go with D.
Just leave it to me.
A duplex spelling hotel on the front.
Oops, that wasn't right.
Does it spell the word hotel? Oh, that's really stupid. That's so stupid. It's so dumb. The answer to the question. Oh, okay, Choti. I mean, I would not have seen that. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Why does it have 2 front doors? I figured it was a duplex with 2 front doors. That is so dumb. Why does it have 2 front doors? That looks like 2 separate houses. Fuck off. That's such a dumb puzzle. That is such a stupid puzzle. The fuck? If you're running a hotel, you wouldn't advertise your business like that. Is so silly. I got the dream fluff ingredient. I don't know if I want anything from this town in my tea, I'll be honest. One of the doors leads to the hotel restaurant, obviously. That is so silly. How you doing, Flora? Any better? A little bit. I think that with some rest I'll be back to my old self. To be fair, everything about this isn't normal. True. I should have expected the answer would be something weird because we're in a weird place. Flora, Luke and I are going back out to learn more about this town. Why don't you stay here for a while and rest? Yeah, take it easy for a while, Flora. We'll be back before long. Thanks, Luke. Be careful out there. You too, Professor. Do you think Nora's going to be okay? I wouldn't fret too much, Luke. She may just be exhausted from our long journey. I think our best course of action is to gather whatever information we can and hurry back to the hotel. After all, the gentleman never keeps a lady waiting. Flora's left the group for now. Check who's traveling with you on the top screen. Professor and Luke decide to explore the strange new town. Oh, question. Does anyone need tea? Oh, there's a lot here. Oh yeah, the daughter! Yeah, the daughter ran off. The Cartshed's daughter. Cartshed, the daughter ran off. Sound of midnight, we were sent to sleep, and why do we sleep? Announcer, we're in full sense, and we're meant to be going to Luxembourg. Change train tracks. Cause of our discomfort is simply fatigue caused by too much travel. I hope it's something more than that. And then we have to go around there. Anyone need tea? So I haven't done this for 8. How do you tell when someone needs tea? I now have a new ingredient. What's dream tea taste like? Your tea was... Don't... Yeah, we put lots of ingredient, but it made a boring one-note tea. No! They don't go together well. This tea's foaming! We checked all the ingredients. Why is it foam? Perhaps we could use it to clean the floor. Well, we must test our ingredients. No! I'll have an indicator and say help in the team menu, I believe. Okay. Can I find a more appropriate for this blend? What taste is that anyway? Old shoe? Okay. Girls about Gambles teaches you to be a good team maker. I'm chucking shit in here. Half of this shit doesn't feel like it should be in tea anyways. Don't think I've ever come out of tea time wearing anything but a smile until now. Aww. None of this wants to mix with this. Okay, clearly we tried 2 of it. Is there meant to be a method to the madness of this? Am I meant to be able to, like, work out, like, a proper solution for this? Like, by deducting things reasonably? Or is it trial and error? Don't put any of this in conversely. Granted, I just have milk sugar water and tea bags, not in that order. We're gonna make that rose tea with the potpourri tea we were talking about earlier. It's coming out viscous. Alright, 2 of everything else in that. I don't know if this is gonna go with anything that we have. Refreshing, mild, try match what sounds nice on paper. I mean, I've tried everything now. There's nothing that I have that the Dream Fluff goes with. So is the idea that Dream Fluff just doesn't go with anything that I have? I've tried every combination that involves Dream Fluff here, at this point. Unless I missed one, but I don't think I did. But I tried every possible combination. Well, what does mild flavor mean? I don't know if I'm gonna like the tea set game because it does just feel like a lot of pain in the ass. The tea set minigame just feels like a lot of like throwing shit together and seeing what happens, but like it's gonna end up with so many combinations that I'm going to cry. The hamster isn't interested in these blocks, but they usually are useful for blocking his. Oh! Okay, so he doesn't actually care about the blocks, but you use it to block him from getting to other things. Okay. Okay. When the hamster makes contact with this tiny light bulb, it flashes, causing your hamster friend to dash in the direction he's facing until he runs into something. Oh. Will he chase it? Does he chase that as well? Yeah, he ignores everything and goes to that. Then there's the tree. What is it? It's Rick from Dreamland. Excuse me, his name is Sergeant Death. Excuse me, his name is Sergeant Death. Well, can we also decide on the settings for the hamster or just live in the corner? It seems like you lived in corner. It seems like you indeed live in corner. My apologies, Sergeant Rick Death. I guess Rick can be a first name. I guess that can be a first name. So will he go after the... Does he go after this? Does he aim for the light bulb, or is it he has to hit the light bulb? Rah! There we go, he ate the house. There we go! Yay!
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
There we go! He went from level 4 to level 3. Let's go, Sergeant Death. Yeah. 18. We could probably make him do 18 now. We could probably make him do 18 now. Trying to think of like a good way to like, how do I get him to do that? Portraits actually changed. It's he's adorable now. Okay, here's the plan, right? So what we want to do, we want to put this here. So that's going to be here. Oh, there. I guess he can go there.
Why do I gotta move around? It's not fair.
Quit you complaining. Because this will make him dash the entire way. Will he dash into the wall and then move up, actually? Will he hit the wall and then move up the spots? There we go. There we go.
Hey, suddenly I've got energy to spare.
Yeah. Level 3 to level 2. Hey, he's getting skinnier. There we go. 24, that... Let me just do this. Actually, if he runs into the wall, we could put that here. If he hits the wall and then is willing to move. Let's go, I saw Sergeant Death on his journey. Ah, and then we need the block. So he doesn't see the apple at the start. There we go. There we go.
I'm not so good at moving and stuff.
Oh, he's faster now as well. So will he hit the wall? Oh, okay, so he'll hit the wall and then still willing to move. Okay. Okay. Okay, one more item and we can do that. One more item. Yeah, that's easy. One more item and he can get to the next one. You gotta go so spend the minigame faster so it doesn't take forever. I feel like one more item I could get to 24. But there's still 4 spots left. But he's gonna be level 1 next time unless he goes past level 1. So I realized that we hadn't looked at those for a while. And we're like 1 or 2 pieces away from the camera is what actually finishing the camera. Good evening, sirs. I hope that a young lady traveling with you feels better soon. Thank you, Krantz. Thank you. Faces in this game are great. Take care, don't fall down the stairs. Luke. Coins. Coins. I assume that's where we just came from. Back to the room. We can go back to the room. Is the bellboy? I don't know. He's not carrying a tea set. I can't tell. Those puzzles back in the room. What an elegant flower. And it smells so nice. While on the subject of the flowers, tell me, Luke, have you ever heard of this puzzle? Sorry, Flora, we heard there were some puzzles back here. Love that it has the exact same circumference as his head. It's stuck on there permanently. He can't get it off. Smell the roses! Again. That smells quiet. It's freshly cut roses. Can you feel the room with the delightful fragrance? Fragrance in rose reaches 2 squares. Fragrance overlaps. Do it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Late characters are something else. Bum. 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 Bum.
Just leave it to me. That was
I'm just too good at the rose puzzles. I'm just too good. Games have been giving me puzzles that I can actually mentally defy as punctuate instincts are simply unparalleled. There we are! I takes care of that puzzle. Nothing creates a feeling of tranquility in the room quite like a fresh bouquet. Oh, say! Those flowers in the Momentary Express's luxe rooms really relaxed me. Ah, yes, the ones I could not place in those rooms were very soothing. And made us go to sleep. And then... of course, so I guess I can't imagine why I didn't think of that until now. What do you mean, Professor? Look, think back to when that train carriage switched tracks. Can you remember anything? Well, honestly, I don't remember much. I dozed off during all that, so everything's a bit foggy. Of course it is. Sudden sleepiness we experience is no coincidence. Furthermore, I don't believe it were mere chance that we awoke upon our arrival in full sense. No, I'd say a little nap was part of a larger plan. What plan would that be? Well, I'd venture a guess. I'd say some of these roses contain some kind of extra ingredients. We sent everyone to sleep so that one of the carriages could switch tracks. Precisely, my boy. Originally, those around the deluxe carriage were taken away to Fulson's. That feels like a lot of story details for a come back to the room and explore it to actually do the puzzle. Nowhere near as soft as the one on the train. That is a lot of like lore details to like learn in an optional puzzle. That's a huge mirror and not a single streak on it. Look, my boy, do not shit on the mirror. I'll be resting. You two take careful out there. We will, Flora. Do feel better soon. It's pretty important, Layton. That's what I'm surprised by. Oh my god, pink coin, nice. That's what I'm shocked by. That is like, oh, by the way, go back to the room for that dialogue. And solve a puzzle for it. Everything I've seen leads me to believe that Dr. Schrader visited Fulson's. The illusion box and the facts we need to solve the mystery of his deaths are close by. I am sure of it. You know, I was told the illusion box might be on near as well. It's still too early to tell. But I'll know more if we can work out why Dr. Schrader ventured out here in the first place. For now, our best course of action is search for anything connected to the illusion box. Let's get to it then. Lead the way, Professor. I mean, you did, so it worked. There you go. No, that's the hotel. You can tell. Can't you tell? Can't you? Hotel! What kind of building is this? Apparently not a hotel. There we go. Coins. I used a lot of them last time, so I gotta build up the stockpile again. Stones on the road look like they were just laid. Good on them. The L is much smaller than it was in the puzzle. But the L that I took when I did the puzzle was pretty big. Well, in a false sense, where you can dream big and make those dreams a reality. Can anyone here have a normal head shape? Does anyone dream for that? Or is that too big of a dream for false sense? Wanna get stinking rich? In false sense, making a huge fortune is child's play. Let me guess, you two came to get your hands on some of that Herzen money, am I right? What Herzen money? You came all the way here and you don't know about the Herzen fortune? Jesus Christ, did you hear the people in the next town over? Oh, I've worked it out! The people of false sense were mice and they were turned into humans. That's rich, pal. Here's a story. Long time ago, the big cheese. They're mice! They're mice! I've worked it out! Everyone here's a mouse. Everyone here's a mouse. This town is secretly within the fucking Elysian box, and that box is a house for mouths, and they go in there, and they're all human, and when you go through... And when you go through the tunnel, you go into a portal and it turns you into a mice to go into the town. But when you're in the town, you don't realize you're a mice. Professor Layton, the diabolical mice. A long time ago, the big cheese here in Falls Ends, Duke Herzen found the mother of all gold deposits. There was so much gold you couldn't spend it in a lifetime. This part is not that far-fetched. I mean, I'm down with it. I'd fuck with it. I'd fuck with the idea that the Pandora's box is actually just a mouse cage. I'd fuck with it. When this person who mentions big cheese has ears like a mouse. It's absolutely intentional. There's no way that these ears and big cheese are not intentional. There's no way it's not. There's so much gold you couldn't spend it in a lifetime. Not too long ago, the old man croaked. Now his money sits abandoned in his castle. How's that for an interesting story? I see. So the goal of our mission here is to get the One Piece. Quite. However, we're not here for treasure. Rather, we seek an item known as the Elysian Box. We also heard it referred to as Pandora's Box. Or, if you're one of those Americans, you might have heard it be called a Diabolical Box. Pandora's Box? Isn't that a novel? I can't really help you, to be honest. Can't really help you there. Wonder what that line was changed to. Maybe they still just call it Pandora's Box, and it's just like the word diabolical never comes up in the actual American version. What happens if I try to do this? Professor, the train still stopped in the station, but there's not a soul inside. Then it seems we have no choice but to remain in town. All the more reason to proceed with our investigation of the area. I suppose so. It doesn't let you go, okay. It just gives you ominous music and makes you feel like you're about to be stabbed. I love theme of being stabbed. Mark my word, Samuel, it's here in town, I can guarantee that. You gotta scour every inch of this place and bring it back to me as soon as you find it, okay? Ah, come on, Uncle. You really think it's everything people say it is? I don't know, it kinda sounds like a load of baloney to me. Oh, he's playing tricks on me. I just want you to tell me that my information was wrong. You're in no position to be lecturing me on the subject. Get out there and start looking. Okay, no need to blow a gasket, I'm going. Why am I not a professional voice actor? What do you think Mr. Beluga and the train conductor were talking about, Professor? It would appear that they too are on the hunt for something. No, Professor? What on earth could that be? Pandora's book, clearly. Some strange sort of book. Perhaps someone dropped it while running about town. Yorks! It's like a butcher's at this crazy symbol on the cover. Let's have a look. Diabolical book! The symbol seems to be in the shape of a goat. It's of the devil, my boy. But whatever it is gives me the heebie-jeebies. But I do wonder what's written inside. It's hard to tell, these looks. Maybe we could only read the first entry. Still, this symbol intrigues me. Say, Professor, maybe somebody in that antique shop over there could tell us something about it. Excellent idea, Luke. Let's begin our investigation there. The old diary option's been added to the trunk. Oh, is this another play toy? Well, they're looking for something. Beluga seems to be working Sammy like a dog, sending him all over town in frantic search for some unknown item. Unclear why Beluga would set up a secret train line connected to False Sense, but it's clear this item is very important to him. What could it be? Well, the looks are curious. Not as curious as this village. They shouldn't have made the first game be called Curious Village, because now it's impossible to not use that for like literally the entire game. My screen is too big. Oh, that's a lot more than I expected. That's a lot more than I expected. Chat, I think I need to... chat, I think those people who tried to kidnap me from my work were correct. I do think I need to be fixed, actually. I think I do need to be fixed. I went up to this top screen here, and I saw that there was a lot of dialogue. So I was wondering if there was more. So I used the scroll wheel on my fucking mouse to try and scroll the page, before I realized, wait a minute. No. Damn it, the moment that I scrolled it and nothing happened, I felt like such a fucking idiot. I'm just like, seriously? Really? Really? My favorite DS feature, the scroll wheel. I rolled it and nothing happened. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm a fucking dumbass is what I'm guessing. Because how old like those edges can be, I make it my policy whenever I play a new game. I try there's a fan translation for it so I can avoid any case censorship. We'll play a Japanese voice, avoid the awful English voice acting. Most games that I play, I don't run into that issue. There's definitely certain Japanese games, older ones more so, where I can definitely understand people just being like, I would prefer to play the fan translations, because some, like, especially, like, from my understanding, the PS1 era is notoriously bad for, like, horrible, like, butchered translations of just something like, shit doesn't even make sense. But sometimes I've tried to do shit like that. The scroll wheel, this is a totally legit Nintendo DS. Yeah, see, don't you see my copy of the game? Look, I have the copy of the game. This is clearly a real Nintendo DS. I met the most enchanting girl at the ball we held last night. These parties are usually a complete bore, but the presence changed all that. As the Duke's son, the unfortunate reality is that the most people are overly polite and fawning towards me. But this girl is warm and real, and treated me like she did everyone else. It was very refreshing indeed. I do hope to see her again. How many... What's a millionaire 6? Beleaguered and Sam, the train's conductor, are here in Falston as well. From what I can tell, this is their first time here. Clearly they both turned the town upside down in search of something. Oh, what would that be? But as to what that something might be, I'm still without a clue. Looking around town, Luke and I came across a diary-like book. The book is filled with a number of locks that prevent me from reading the majority of its contents. The cover is adorned with a sinister-looking goat, which has piqued my interest. I wonder what, if any, significance it might have. Was that with Yakuza 1 and 2 because those translations were odd? Don't they, like... They call Kiryu Kazuma in that entire game, right? Which then got confusing because Kiryu's dad is literally also called they call one of them Kazuma, and there's like, well, the other one's Kazuma, not Kazuma. So we gotta call him Fuma instead. And I was like, okay. Though from my understanding, 3, 4, and 5, even for Yakuza, got retranslated with the remastered edition that's now on PS4. Something that I can tell because when I played Dead Souls, some of the awkward translation is still there. It's clearly nowhere near as bad as what it used to be. But, like, you can still very much tell playing Dead Souls because it hasn't got a remake or a remaster. It's very much like pre-Yakuza 0, localization. Whereas now, in a post-Yakuza 0 world, Yakuza is usually, like, maintained as one of the best localized series of all time. But, like, that only started with 0. With 0, they were just like, this is our shot to make Yakuza big in the West, so we're going extra ham on, Yakuza 0. Would Kill the re-release the 1 and 2 HD released with English? Yeah, I have been tempted to own Yakuza 1 and 2 on Wii U for the lols. I have been tempted to do that. Alright, so that's the... Okay. We're cooking everything. Can't believe you can buy all this on the street. It's grog. So is it a lot of grog? I want to buy grog. They're just called Kiryu by their family name. Japan, you only call people by their first name. Kiryu is the family name. Kiryu is the, yeah. Kiryu is the family name. So in the English version of 1 and 2, they didn't call him by the family name. They called him by his first name. There's very glamorous shops around here. Yeah. Is there... like, because basically, like, the only characters that call Kiryu by, Kazuma is, like, Haruka. There's very few people. There's very few people who actually refer to Kiryu not as Kiryu. And I think it's basically just his kids. I can't think of any other. And even then in Japanese, I don't even know that they technically do that because they don't even call him Kazuma, they call him, Oji-san. Who's sure OG Kazuma's the only one who calls him Kazuma. But that would still, yeah, okay. Cause didn't they change Kazuma's name in the OG to be Fuma? But they might have still done that to just be like, why is Kazuma calling another person Kazuma? That's confusing, because Kazama and Kazuma don't come across as much. So they may have done that, yeah. It may have been that, because I swear the original one, it was Fuma. But it might have been that, because Kazuma's the only person who calls Kiryu Kazuma. In the Australian accent, they sound the same. Hello there, detective. Tell me, where did you come from? Took the words right out of my mouth, laddie. Wasn't expecting to see you two in a place like this. Out of some field worker dropped stone, I was able to do at this town in the Elysian box I linked. Dr. Schrader had somehow quite a stack of research on the Elysian box. Spent the suede shoes. A criminal I'm in pursuit of more than likely not killed the doctor to get his hands on that box. So I chased the man, I decided to chase the box. When I find it, I'll find the culprit. Well, that's just all a bit of reasoning there. I don't think Inspector Chelmy was that sharp. I'm right here. No sir, not a word. Good, because I got no time for idle chit-chat. I got a murder to catch in the car back to London. Come along, Barton, we're leaving. I mean, yes, sir. I forget. Chat reminded me. Did we actually ever meet Chelmy in the original, like in Curious Village? Or was every time we ran into Chelmy in the original game, it was instead that guy from Wacky Races? Like, gonna grow to be a king of sassiness? Hell yeah. Gentlemanly. This is exactly the kind of chair on which to read a good book. Yeah, so yeah, because in this game they were like, oh, Chelmy, and they were just like, Chelmy was like, who the fuck are you? Why are you agreeing me like you know me? And we're like, oh, sorry. We thought, what's his name? What's his name? The bad one. The Wacky Races, the bad one. What's his name? Dick Dastardly! That's his name. There we go. Dick Dastardly. That's it. Dick Dastardly. There it is. There it is. I can only refer to that guy as Dick Dastardly. Yeah. Which also does mean that anytime that I see Barton next to him, instead of doing Barton's voice, I should just be doing the laugh. One of the greatest I've ever heard, Wacky Races. It's an older shit cartoon. Have you ever wanted Steel Ball Run to be about cars and to be a Saturday morning cartoon? Because that's basically Wacky Races. These soft lights match the shop's... I say that, there's a decent chance that Wacky Races is actually older than Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run's actually not that old for JoJo. Steel Ball Run is way more recent. That is the best description. Yeah, I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong? God, I gotta say, anime only people, it is just Steel Ball Run. It is just Steel Ball Run. It's Steel Ball Run with way more Saturday morning cartoon energy. But I gotta say, anime watchers, minus the Saints score. That's what I'm at. The thing is just like, I still gotta finish watching Stone Ocean. Not having JoJo Fridays really killed, like, now I have to actively decide to watch Stone Ocean, and I keep not deciding to do that because I'm so busy doing everything else. I need to make my own JoJo Friday. Every Friday, I need to watch another episode of Stone Ocean so I can actually go through Stone Ocean and finish watching it. But I've got until Steel Ball Run comes out. But for anime-only watchers, you may think that you're ready for part 7 after seeing the first 6 parts of JoJo. And what I will say, as someone whose Steel Ball Run is my favorite part, for the manga at least, no you're not. No you're fucking not. Everything that makes JoJo what it is, outside of like certain details of like the other parts that I also really, really like, aka 4 and 6, but like all of the things that I'm just like, this is shit that only JoJo does. Steel Ball Run does that better than any other. Then it is like it really does make some of the previous parts feel like fucking child's play when it comes to how bizarre it gets. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I remember seeing fucking Max did a rate the supers for All-Star Battle, like specifically the remake of All-Star Battle. And then you get to the main villain. The one that confused him the most was basically the was part 4 villains, like Super. But he got to part 7, he got to the villain of Steel Ball Run and saw their Super in All-Star Battle, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on right now? And to which chat was just like, yeah, this is actually a relatively simple use of his powers. I was like, what? Heard that part 7 and 8 of the cream of the crop of JoJo's writing. I've got to read 8. I was waiting to read 8 until once it finished, which it now has, but also I haven't started reading it. I've got to read 8 at some point. But yeah, part 7's writing is incredibly good. It's incredibly good. Incredibly good. Part 7 does feel like it manages to break away from some of the, more so like the pacing and action issues of writing that like some of the earlier parts have. Because Steel Ball Run is also the shift. I don't know if it happened immediately in Steel Ball Run or if it's a certain point during Steel Ball Run. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Steel Ball Run is also when it went from weekly to monthly. You can feel the quality difference. You can absolutely feel the quality difference in Steel Ball Run of it going from weekly to monthly. It is absolutely, you can definitely feel that each section that gets put out got to have a lot more time to be a lot more better considered as a whole compared to back when it was weekly, because it like went from one manga thing to another one, and it was just that a lot more character driven than the previous parts, especially with the primary protagonist, but also certain side characters as well. Like JoJo often has like an ensemble energy to it. If you like that, then there's definitely going to be elements of Steel Ball Run that you'll really like as well. But the journey with the antagonist, I think, is one of my favorites. Parts will always be my personal favorite. I just love Joseph's part 5 and 7 are close seconds. The thing is, it's like, it's hard for me to say that 6 isn't my favorite because Jolene's my favorite. But when it comes to the rest of part 6, I still like 4 and 7 more. Jolene's my favorite JoJo, and I love what they do with her. So it's so easy for me to just be like, oh, part 6 has got to be my favorite. But then I think of everything else, and I'm just like, nah. Not to say that part 6 is bad, it's like definitely third, but... Good day. Are you out shopping for anything in particular? There isn't a bad part changed my mind. Oh no, I agree. I agree. There's parts that aren't as good as others, but I completely, like, I enjoyed watching part 1 in the anime. I enjoyed reading part 1 as the manga. I apologize, we're not here to shop today. There are a few things we'd like to ask you about, however. Firstly, there's this book we've found. We're also wondering if you heard of an antique known as the Elysian Box. Sorry, Doodles, we will get back to the video game. Oh dear, here we go with that box again. You know, you're the third person to ask about it today. The third? A student detective so we just asked about it. And about half an hour ago, there was a young lady. She didn't interested in knowing whether anyone had been searching around town for the box. Can you describe this young lady? Was she hot? Oh, she was quite the beauty, she was hot. She wasn't a local, but she had that face that seemed somehow familiar. Ah, the officers, well, they said they were here on official police investigation. I tell you what I've told everyone today. I wish I could help, but this box you're after is news to me. One of my customers, I forget who, mentioned something about the box having quite a history behind it. If the thing was ever in false hands, it must have been in the Hudson Museum. I suggest you check there. Part 1, despite being arguably the weakest writing-wise side, its moments, especially the finale of the boat. I mean, my biggest thing with Part 1 is that, like, my favorite part of Part 1 is before any of the magical powers get introduced. Well, it's basically the moment that, like, not that I hate the character, but the moment that Zeppeli shows up is, like, the moment that I think that Part 1 gets worse. Everything pre-Zeppeli, I think, is the best part of Part 1. I just, like, the tension between Jonathan and Dio is so good that, and I just love seeing that escalate and then it reaching the conclusion that it does at the beginning of that. I just really like that. And then just the focus on, like, oh, here are the powers, here's the things, here's the other things that we're gonna fight through to then get to Dio. I just find that less interesting. Not bad, just less interesting. But the entire tension building up and then payoff for the original confrontation between Jonathan and Dio is just really good. Where might we find this museum? Just look for the big building in the middle of town on the north side. The museum houses a wealth of documents celebrating the history of our town. This is all extremely useful. Thank you for the suggestion. We'll be sure to pay the museum a visit. Oh, by the way, I have to ask before I leave. You're not all secretly robots, are you? Before you run off, did you mention that you also had found a book? Yes, that's right. Feels free to take a look at it. Quite unusual construction for a book of its age. Lovely work and very rare, I'd say. Would you happen to know anything about the symbol on the book's cover? Yes, that's for the devil. Hail Satan. Sorry. I always do this because my thumb doesn't bend over. My thumb doesn't bend over very well to do devil horns, and it's really uncomfortable, so I usually just do this. I mean, as you literally see in my intros and everything like that, but Hail Satan. That's just better comments on how familiar that symbol seems, though. It has no symbols I'm aware of. Must confess what drew my eye to the book was its locks. Old gadgets of this sort always fascinate me. Its construction is very basic, so you might be able to open locks with any old key you can find. Terrible locks. Matter of fact, here, why don't we see if this one does the trick? Because my way of thanking you for showing me something interesting. Many thanks, my good man. I'm pretty sure if any key can be used to open it, and also if any key can open the lock, but also we can only use one key for one lock, I don't think we're opening the lock with the key. I think we're shoving the key in and breaking the fucking lock and the key at the same time. It's Zelda dungeons all over again. What do you mean the small key only has one use and can be used on any of these doors? That's not a key then. That is, you put the key in and Link goes with the sword hilt and just breaks the lock with the key in there. Oh, it's too bad we didn't find out more about that book. It certainly would have been nice, but we'll have to put the book aside for now. Time to pay a visit to the Hudson Museum. That is not a key, that is a disposable pick. Professor Luke decided to visit the Hudson Museum. So I wish Part 3 had done more of the fun fight between Jenna and Diaz. I wish there was more thematic battle between them. You have Dio brought back from fighting this enemy's greatest enemy, and the fact that there isn't any dialogue between them is a bit disappointing for me despite how awesome their fight is. That's more so an issue of just who Jotaro is as a character. It's more so the fact that Jotaro as a character isn't going to particularly care about that history. He's gonna care that Dio's a dick. Ow! Chad, are you meant to breathe water? Are you meant to breathe water? I forget, what do you do with water? Hudson Museum is just off here. I recommend paying a visit. I was hoping you'd give me a puzzle. Diary! I had the great fortune of bumping into that girl from the ball again today. She's the daughter of some fancy lord or another, and it shows. Her intellect is matched only by the grace she displays. To be honest, I'm already taken with her and I've already started courting her. However, I fear that father seems less than pleased with the idea. Alright, and out we go. I'm worried about opening his diary pages, and at some point we're going to get very explicit descriptions. I mean, explicit descriptions of, like, old-timey gentlemen, so it's gonna be, like, just incredibly detailed descriptions of how his fingers ran down her ankle or something, but, like, I'm still, like, bracing myself. But all about you, Missy. I know you've been asked around town about that box. Oh, but and before you say anything, I don't care who your old man is. No one's above the law. Why is it not trusting the Legion box moves to the top of my shit list? Hey, you got it all wrong. What is it, Barton? Can't you say I'm in the middle of something here? I know it doesn't work because I know this guy isn't Dick Dastardly, unless he is Dick Dastardly and it's a... It could still be Dick Dastardly. This Chelmy could still be Dick Dastardly. And it's just an incredibly long con to pretend that he, like, doesn't know us, so he doesn't reveal that he is Dick Dastardly. It could be. It could be. I'm not writing it off yet. Cause Hiccups, aka being incompetent. What is it, Bun? I say I'm in the middle of something here. Oh yes, about that, sir. The criminals killed the man to obtain the Legion box. So the villain should already have it. The young lady was our culprit. She had no need to ask around about the box, in my opinion. Sir? Oh, is that so now, Button? I don't recall asking your analysis of the situation. Terribly sorry, sir. Please forgive my momentary lapse in judgment. I'll be going now. Button! Get back in this instant, you pilchard! That's a girl we saw at Dropstone Station. What was her name? Katie? No, that's not it. I believe you're thinking of Miss Anderson's daughter, Katya. Yeah, that's the one. I wonder what she's doing here. Oh, can we have a conversation with the one other person who's looking for the fucking box? No. Need a conversation with the other person who's looking for a box. Cause I gotta show her. I gotta show her about Pandora's box, also known as the Elysian box. But I think she might find out that it's a bit of a dick and bollical box. Yeah, Lonely Island references in 2025. Let's go. Yeah. Now there's a couple of mugs I've seen before. My guy, you have very bad texture glitching here. What's going on? I know you. And I know fake, because that's why you brought you, me, and that swanky tea set of yours together. Now that we're all reunited, so we celebrate with a cup of tea. Brew me something nice, would ya? I want to make tea for you. That's right, whippersnapper. Another fancier cup of citrus classic will do the trick. So he's gonna make even a baby can do it. Baby with a magic tea set, that is. Anyway, need some oasis leaf, a little bit of brisk berry, and a sprinkle of citronia seed. Isn't that literally the most basic tea? Isn't that like literally this? We found our first NPC who wants tea, and it's the most basic tea possible. Fantabulous! A smile spreads across Sash and Scarfa's face. He seems restored and cheerful. Yeah, not a bad cup of tea you make, shorty. But I was about to say, if you're talking about shorty, she's over. That's the girl who's looking for the box. We got like somewhere. We got the tea set so long ago, though. Is the thing. We got the tea set so long ago. What was that one tea that I was talking about? Oh, there was that one fucking, like, blend tea that had, like, a billion things in it that I wanted to get. This was, like, years ago I mentioned it. I remember seeing on the back of some magazine they were talking about, like, a tea. And it was, like, citrus and clove and cinnamon and cardamom and, like, all of that. It was basically... There was an ad. It was an ad on some magazine. It was, like, I think it was, like, citrus, cardamom... clove, cinnamon, maybe also nutmeg. Basically just all of the good shit. And it was a tea made out of all of that. And I was just like, oh, well, that's so badly. Of course, you're gonna pull it off without my expert direction, so don't get all penisy. You know, this town is filled with thirsty folks. Yeah, because Katya's here. Your tea set, so the way I said, it's your responsibility to help people. Manage to help everyone out with a tea break. Good things will happen. This I promise. So is it everyone in forgot the name of the town. Full Sense? Is Full Sense the tea town? Sounds like a chai but with citrus. Gosh, Professor, what do you think? How much good can we really do with just a cup of tea? Oh, a fair bit, Luke. A gentleman never underestimates the power of a hot cup of tea. It's the drink of the gentleman. Oh, well, you put it like that, I suppose it couldn't hurt to spread some happiness. Hello there. Hi there, Derby. Duh. Well, you boys from out of town, am I right? Duh. Of course we are. You certainly are. How'd you work that out? Well, we certainly are. Duh. Cause I am too. What's got a trick for working out who's local and who's not? Oh, that sounds handy. Can you teach me how to do it too? Duh. Sure, why not? But not for free. Tell you what, I've been feeling a bit down lately. You can make me go, okay, I'll show you how to do it. Oh, the first words out of this guy sounds like, duh. So you know exactly what he sounds like. Well, I imagine we'll be able to whip up a classic tea that will excite your taste buds. Oh, that sounds delicious. I haven't had tea in a very long time. Ages. I want a tea that's got a classic tea taste. Classic tea. Well, it has a unique flavor. Shit. Classic tea. Do you like classic tea? That's good tea. Smile across Derby's face as he lets out a contented. That's the stuff. Tell you, the classics really are the best. Here's for tea too. Oh, you like tea too? I don't like them. They're expensive. But out into that, he also spilled the beans. How do you tell us how it's from locals in this town? Oh, it's a piece of pudding. Pudding way. Just get up real close and give him a sniff. So that most people from out of town smell like roses. I see. Does everyone who come in from out of town go through the train to smell? Strokes chin thoughtfully. Call you too short for around a lot. Makes me tired just watching you. Why do you rest well with this puzzle I got here? Flower bed, fine. Is it gonna be the same? No, it's different. Okay. Here are 4 circular flower beds, each with a radius of 10 meters. The way they're arranged forms a space between them. Can you find the area in meters squared of the section colored below? Ignore the width of the border on the flower beds and calculate your answer. 4 flower beds. Okay, 4 circular flower beds, each with a radius of 10 meters. The way they're arranged forms a space between them. Can you find the area in meters squared of the section of the colored, of the section colored red below? I mean, I guess the idea is this goes into corners. Like you do this. And that would just like, each section would go on the outside, like one of these, like this would line up with like here, right? And so you're actually just making this a square. I assume would be the answer. And if the radius is 10, then that just means that this is this is 20. And because it's a circle, it's going to be a square, so it's a 20 by 20 square. So is that 400? It's in meters squared, right? Well, no, wait. You times things for meters? Yeah. If it's 20 meters one way, 20 meters the other way, do you times them or add them together? I'm now forgetting how to do math, like basic rudimentary math. You times them together, right? Right. Great, I'm getting out of the 6 PTSD. Because, like, it's a 20 meter by 20 meter square, but you times them together, right? For meters squared. Oh, yeah, they're giving us, like, a shitload. It's 400.
This should
Did I read the radius right? Yeah, okay. I was about to say, wait, did I read the radius right? I was just say diameter.
Gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
There we go. Last show, the red section has an area of 400 square meters. If you quarter the space between the flower beds, fit them in the circle as shown on the diagram on the right, you turn the circle into a square. Once you do the sides of the square will have the same length and diameter single flower bed. 20 meters. Square this number to get your answer. Math! So it's one of those things where you gotta look at it and just realize there's no way they're asking you for the area of a circle. There's no way they're asking you to actually whip out pie and work out the area of a circle. So how do you work out something that doesn't involve pie? Golly, you ran through that puzzle so fast it made my head spin. You're just one of those people who does everything, huh? I get tired just thinking about it. We got pepper cherry! I got pepper cherries. You never catch me doing all that? Sweaty. Okay. I got pepper cherries. They're spicy and uplifting. Okay. Okay, pepper cherry. We go 1, 2, 3. Bad. No, I'm not going to try and work this out. I'm going to just try every combination. Until I've seen a geometry puzzle like that, we can rearrange them cleverly. We can very cleverly rearrange some shapes, turn the problem into a very easy one. They are fun. There we go. Nope. Okay, so this, and then this, and this. Surely there's gotta be something else that works. Did I do this? What was the other one I just did? Trying to keep track of which ones I've done is hard for me. Hey! I actually found a tea! What a peculiar blend this is. Subtle and spicy all at once. And sweet to the end as well. I especially like how the initial heat helps to balance out the sweetness that comes later. I never imagined spicy and sweet can work so well together. Oh, they can work so fucking well together. Ask for like Korean spicy food. Holy shit. Korean spicy food is like the master of sweet and spicy together. Holy shit. Holy shit. What's that fucking, you get the like chicken sausage dogs or like the mozzarella stick dogs from like a Korean place, and then they put on like the place that I go to, they call it spicy sauce because it's sweet and spicy, and it is it makes me come and jizz. Something that I've grown to love about visual novels over the years is that because of how they're structured, they have a lot more room for elaborate information compared to other video game genres. They're fun and relaxing to just vibe through. As Mexico too, once you've had genuine spicy hot chocolate, you won't go back. That sounds godlike. I'm the type of person who unironically loves like chocolate coated peppers, or just like chocolate that has spicy in it. I fucking love spicy chocolate. Spicy chocolate is so good. So the idea of a spicy hot chocolate, that sounds incredible. Hey! Cherry boost. Oh, spicy. My whole mouth is tingling now. Yes, there's quite a healthy dose of pepper cherry in there. No doubts about it. Kind of like it. Makes me feel very chirpy. Next time I'm feeling down, I know what to reach for. Yes, good cup of cherry boost can be quite nice every once in a while. It's like, this is a very particular one. It's a very peppery tea. It's a very peppery tea. This is also reminding me, I've got to try and make another fucking bottle of spiced rum. And not fuck it up. I gotta try another bottle of spiced rum. No. I assume the order doesn't matter. I assume the order of the ingredients doesn't matter, right? I'd hope so. I don't think so. I'd hope so, considering it's a no. That would be hell. So now we're just gonna do pepper cherry with everything else doubled. There we go. I hope I'm not missing combinations. I hope my mental math of trying to keep up with what I haven't done is actually working. Oh, I've already done double. Spicy and sour at the same time in a tea. There we go. No, okay. Well, what about this? I don't think if there's any permutations. I'm going by very quickly. I'm surprised they didn't comment about how fucking hot it was if they just did nothing but pepper cherries. Alright, we should be good. We should be good. I feel like this game we're definitely going to go through slower than the previous one just because there's so much stuff inside of this. I'll take that last one for sure. Well, it's just because that's what made me think of the spiced rum, because one of the things to put into a spiced rum is peppercorns. And also peppercorns and allspice berries. You put in, that's part of like, where you can put into a spiced rum to make it really good. The issue is that like, I've made a couple of spiced rums, but I always end up having one thing in there that I'm just like, there's the type of thing where it's like, if I'm going to use that as a flavor in there, it's something I'd mix in, like, after the fact, not, like, baking it into there. Like, one time I tried the orange rind, to spice the rum, to get the citrus in there, and then I realized that putting in the orange rind, I only got citrus oil in there, and it ended up, I taste citrus oil very strongly, so all of the other spices were negated by the citrus oil, and then trying aniseed. I really like aniseed, and I liked the aniseed flavor there, but it kind of, like, clashed with the other things that I put in there. So it's like, everything else didn't mix with the aniseed, and if I was going to use aniseed, I'd have to use, like, only one or two other things, maybe, for the spiced rum. Every time I've made a spiced rum, I've made some, like, I've made enough, some of them I've ended up pouring out the whole thing, and it sucks. But, like, I've made a couple batches, and some of them I end up, like, I like it, and I would drink it, but it's not like, I gotta find one that's just like, I gotta just put in the shit that I just fucking want. And I know that, like, won't clash together. So it's basically, like, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, vanilla, cardamom, peppercorn, allspice berries. I don't know if I'm missing... Oh, clove. Did I say clove? Cinnamon, ginger, vanilla, cardamom, clove, allspice, peppercorn. I haven't done one that's just that. And every time I make it, I don't go strong enough on the clove. But also, clove is one of my favorite spices, so it's also... I gotta just really fuck it up with that. Gotta click on everything. We need our hint coins. Seems to be a passage going under the clock tower. There we go, I found one. I found a hint coin. I've actually not used any today. It's been going pretty well. I haven't actually... Hey, there we go. I haven't actually used any of them yet. So, chat, do we want to go to the clock... do we want to go over to whatever this town hall is? Or do we want to go to the red light district? I kind of want to save the red light district. It looks like it's going to be super exciting. Professor, I've just seen Inspector Chummy over there. No need for alarm, Luke. He's only discovering information about Dr. Schrader's case. Seems that he's finally worked out the key to solving it lies here in Volsens. Hehehe. Inspector's almost got a grip of the situation for once. So let me confirm. Is he the man you've been witnessing asking everyone around the Elysian box? Can you use powders when making spice from like that? Does it only work with whole spices? Maybe using a cheesecloth? It's better, from what I've seen, to use whole spices. They infuse better. Because you kind of, it's like infusing into a wood barrel. You kind of want the equation to go equal both ways, kind of thing. Like you want the rum to soak into the thing that is being infused, and then you want the thing being infused to let out stuff going back into it. You kind of want that equivalent exchange process. It's like when you're aging. It's like when they age alcohol in a barrel. It does do that. It does that equivalent exchange of just like the alcohol soaks into the barrel, and then the alcohol flavor soaks back into it. Makes sense. It'd be hard to get all the elements of making chaat masala rum would be fucking great. Chaat masala. Which one specifically is chaat masala? Which one's chaat masala? Consists of amchur, cumin, coriander, dried. I was about to say coriander in the rum. I like coriander seeds. I don't know how they go in rum. Ginger, salt, black pepper, asafoetida. That one I've not actually heard of, and chili powder. Okay, because I'm used to garam masala. I don't think I've seen chaat masala as like a thing I can buy, but I've seen garam masala. So I'm just like, okay, I don't actually know the difference between the two. Asafoetida. What if you Googled chaat masala rum? You're probably not the first person to think of it. I mean, like you can use spices and it's like fine. It's not gonna be as it's not gonna taste like infused. Is the big thing. Well, unless you use like a sonic infuser, you could use a sonic infuser and it would probably work. I am seeing something here for a chaat masala rum and coke. One can of bottle of Coke, juice of 1 lime, half a teaspoon of Drew's Sharp Party, 2 ounce rum. I am seeing this as like a cocktail. They've got a thing here of chaat party spice. I don't know how different that is to like normal chaat masala. But yeah, I am seeing that as like a thing, as a rum and coke. But I'm also seeing things for like masala mojitos, which sounds godlike. They've got I'm seeing a masala mojito. The idea of mixing those spices into a mojito for the rum and the mint together does sound incredible. That does sound really good. Mint goes with a lot of things. That's one of my secret ingredients. That's one of my secret ingredients. When I make, I've had chaat masala in like I've said on fruit and stuff. It's got good spicy savory vibes that pairs really well with sweeter flavors. You can infuse powders into alcohol. It just doesn't work as well. It does taste more like you've added a flavoring to the alcohol rather than you've infused a flavor into the core of what the alcohol is. That's like the main difference, which is more so for people who, like, I'm very familiar with what rum tastes like. So the idea, like, because some of the rums I have over there taste like they've added a flavoring to the rum after the fact. Some of them taste what they should taste like, which is it's been like that, like it's incorporated into the core taste. That's kind of like the main difference of using powders and like whole things. But what was I saying? I think I was saying. Oh yeah, my secret ingredient. What am I saying? When I make a chili con carne. Well, not con because I don't use meat. I used textured vegetable protein, but it ends up working just as well. But that's one of my secret ingredients for my chili con carne. Out of the many spices I put into it, because I go overboard with my spices. Mint. Put mint into your chili. Trust me, it works. Not a ton of it, but put mint into your chili. It works really well, especially if your chili has Szechuan powder in it. Get Szechuan powder and mint and put them into your chili con carne. You will thank me. Let me confirm. This here the man you've witnessed arsing around about the Elysian box. No doubt about it. Yep, that's me in the photograph is the one. I remember that face anywhere. Well, that seals the deal. Just as I suspected, my instincts are never wrong. Come along now, Barton, we're moving along. Oh, yes, sir. Right behind you, sir. Lobster House. Lobster sounds good right now. The sign is a masterwork of clarity. There's a giant engine? Oh, I'm in a different building. Oh, look at these photos of the town, Luke. Whoever took them has a fine eye for detail. But if you're close, you can see the pictures aren't quite in chronological order. So you can work out the order in which these pictures should be displayed. I stumbled into a puzzle. Last bit easy to make yourself if you want. Blend Greek yogurt until smooth, then add milk, sugar, and ice and blend again. Put on mint or mango puree or chaat masala or whatever you want, honestly. Okay, it's actually really easy. Okay, how about this? What if I do that, but the Greek yogurt that I use is specifically the cheesecake flavored Greek yogurt that I have in my fridge right now? Because I have cheesecake flavored Greek yogurt in my fridge right now. What if I use that? I also do now have a blender. I bought a blender recently for actually other upcoming streams. So I could actually use that to do the lassi. I could do that. Fucking love Greek yogurt so much. Greek yogurt is so fucking good. Greek yogurt and lamb. Oh, so good. You gotta have mint. Gotta get some mint in there as well. I promise the results, but silly doesn't sound like it'd be bad. Scrambled photos. Look at this photograph. 4 photographs decorate the wall of Joseph. Who the fuck is Joseph? Joseph's photo studio. Each photo took the same earring was taken at the exact same time of day. However, each photo was taken at a different point in time. Look carefully, you can work out the order in which these pictures were taken. Enter your answer using letters attached to each picture, starting with the earliest. So, A, B, C, D. Okay. I'm gonna need to look at this screen, I think. I need to look at this screen so things are high enough pixel quality for me to tell. So this has a broken window. There's a broken window here. And they patched up the broken window, but then the letter A fucking fell off. Gotta get that resolution. So A is last, B is second last. Because there's no patched windows on these. But out of these two... Oh, there's a light here. They installed a light here, and it's not here in the first one. C, D, B, A. C, D, B... Video games making fun of my writing! Video games making fun of my writing!
Layton's apprentice.
Have puzzles
straight
been
on.
just easy today? Me when I stub my toe. Quah! Have the puzzles today been easy, or have I just been, like, on the fucking ball? I've gotten, like, one question... Like, I've gotten one puzzle wrong, and I've not used a single hint coin today. What is going on? This is very different to last time. Correct letter is CDBA. C, the street light is yet to be installed. D, the light has been built. And B, there's a new building in the background. I didn't even notice that. yeah, the new building, that's what I noticed. I noticed the new building and not the broken window. Finally, A, the broken window in B has been patched up, but some lights in the restaurant sign have been burned out. As well, the door of the photo studio has been painted a different color. Oh yeah, I also... There's that... Okay, so there's several details. There's actually several details. There we are. These photos are an indication. Paul Sense is quite a rich and lengthy history. Core! Well, these pictures I bet you can see exactly how the team were developed. You bring up an interesting point, Luke. But these photos are that old, why do they look so new? Now that you mention it, I suppose they do look quite new. As I said, it's a bunch of... This town is a bunch of mice trapped in a time dimension. That is clearly the escalation from everyone is robots. Photographs this old normally show some signs of deterioration. I wonder what method the studio used to keep these photos looking so immaculate. Yo! Camera pot! Camera! Let's go! We did it! That was our last camera part! And we solved it! Woo, 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 woo! Hell yeah! We got all the way to, like, that one last thing. I'm just like, we better get something that fits in here, otherwise I'm fucked. And we got something and we were fucked, but, like, in a good way this time. You've assembled the camera. Now I can take, excuse me, take photos. Sorry, there still goes, sorry, there's more? Sorry, there's more? Use the camera to find secrets around the game's locations? Walk in certain areas, a camera icon will appear on the screen. When it does touch the icon, snap a photo of that area. View an album containing all your photos by touching the camera icon on the professor's... Oh my god. This wasn't the end of the puzzle. This was the start. You're now containing all your photos by touching the camera icon on the fresh trunk. While viewing the album, touch any of the photos to play a Spot the Difference minigame. You also spot the differences between the touch screen and the real photo. Actual location is shown on the top screen. Touch any suspicious locations, put a circle on them, then touch here to submit your answer. You didn't think you'd get to use the camera, did you? Sounds good. Like the area you selected will be marked with an icon. Each photo has 3 elements slightly different from the actual location. When you find all 3, visit the area where you took the photo. Touch the buttons indicating the photo. Who knows what you might find? Oh, it's like an entire... Okay. I will say... the level of escalation this game has in terms of, like, the trunk is definitely the part of the game that helps this game, like, feel like a notable step up. What did we have in the previous game? We had, because I can only remember the furniture. And you just had to, like, choose, like, who it fit, like, who wanted which bit of furniture. What was the other ones? There was more than that in the trunk, but I can't remember off the top of my head what they were. But, like, the hamsters, like, get the things, then you gotta work out a puzzle for the hamster. The tea set, we gotta do, the furniture, toy robot, and something else. Oh, yeah. But, like, doing these has added an entirely new feature to the game. There's now, like, hey, we've now done that. Go and take photos of all the different places in the game. Hey, you now can serve tea. People want to be served tea. Go and give them their tea. Showcase is full of very old cameras. Keep going. All sorts of people, photos of people portrayed here. Painting was basically a jigsaw. I seem to recall that, yeah. Not what Not what I meant. Not what I meant. Hello there, my good man. My, these photos look stunningly new for their age. How do you manage that? Joseph! I'm flattered, but really, I take no special measures in that regard. I take photos. Okay, Joseph's explanation is that he takes photos. Good to know. Good to know. Lobster. That window broke. That building was new also at some point. I didn't click anywhere near it. Lobster sounds good. Look, my boy, I didn't even click anywhere near lobster, but it sounds good. Okay. Hello, guy. Sorry, but I can't let you in like that. We're gonna dress code, see? My guy is in a suit and a top hat. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey, so guys, hand me your hat. Very well. You're saying that we can enter if I give you this hat. Hat etiquette. There's no way he takes off the hat. Give him a fake hat! Give him a fake hat! Then you find another hat buried in the pattern below. The hat you look for will be the same shape and size as the black one show, but may not be facing the same direction as the example hat. Layton, why don't you let anyone trust your hat? Why don't you let anyone trust your hat? Definitely how words work and what they are. I'm scared that we're building up to, like, the hat is, like, an important narrative device. The hat was just a thing he wore in the previous game. This is, like, now the second mention in this game about the hat being, like, no, he's not going to take it off. I'm worried that the hat is a literary device at this point. I want to stick to hats and stick to bandanas instead. Here, Doorman, take Layton's incredible bullshit fake puzzle hat instead. How this guy's gonna be fooled by this, I don't know. I feel like a German Shepherd. Not as bad as the other one, but how? Okay, measuring it up, the thing that we're looking... Okay, the width is slightly wider than the mouse. Look at... This is our measuring device. It's slightly wider than the mouse. Is that... Okay, what does that mean by outline? How strict... Because normally outlines, like, the lines start appearing that you're filling in. This one just says outline, and it's hard to be that strict.
And now to test my theory.
Okay, good. I was really worried about how strict it was going to be in
Wonderful.
terms of the submitting of the puzzle. Because normally when you're asked to trace lines like that, like the extra colored lines appear in to forcibly connect it. Now give this hat to Felix. What do you mean? What do you mean, Layton? There we are. As requested, I have provided you with a hat. Huh? Professor, I don't think that's quite what he meant. Okay. I'm glad the in-universe explanation is... What the fuck are you doing? Be that as it may, I'm not taking this hat off. Let's go, Luke. I was really looking forward to dropping in for a snack. It takes a very special occasion for this hat to come off. That's all I have to say. Fuck it. The hat is the hat is gonna have lore, and I'm mad. I'm mad. This is them just explicitly stating Layton's incredible bullshit fake puzzle hat. This is just them explicitly stating, by the way, at some point in the future, possibly this game, possibly a later game, there is going to be the amazing hat lore reveal. And I'm scared. I'm scared for that inevitable future. How do we brush up like what's Layton even give the guy? A piece of paper that had a hat drawn on it, I think. I think this is too deep for me. Hey, Hamster! Hat etiquette. Just about strangest two customers ever come by. Professor, you're embarrassing me in front of the man at the... Yo, a second house! Second house. Second house. What about second house? Second house. Okay, so we have to do this in a particular order, in a particular way. So we want to run you down as far as possible like this, right, with a house. And then you gotta come over to, and then you gotta come over to here. And then you gotta go all the way to 1, 2, 3, and there. And then you go into another thing which is like 1, 2, 3. Ah, and this is where we use an apple on this. Then 1, 2, 3. Do you see that at any point? I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
Good at moving and stuff.
Apple! Rah! Ugh, hit a wall. Oh, that's too far away, isn't it? This is too far away, isn't it? I put that too far away. I put the other house too far away. Slightly down. One space away. Hampton math fucked me over. There we go. Do it that way.
Whoa! My spare tire's gone!
Wait, that's still not enough spaces away. This is only... No, that is. No, I was about to say this. Is that 3 spaces away? It is.
Whoa! My spare tire's gone!
I like how he's so excited that he's losing weight. Nom 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 nom. Run! There we go. Go, Hampton, go! Go, Hampton, go! He hamped! Hampton, go! Yeah!
I'm feeling mighty fine!
Hampton! Sudden death walks 24 steps, you went from level 2 to 1! Yeah! Now he's sporty! What is past level 1? What is past level 1? There we go. 30's a lot. 30's gonna be a lot. How much you have to make it like do spirals around that? It's gonna take a lot. I like it. Ow. Level 0, he becomes skeleton. Skeleton. I already went inside there. That's where we came from, I think. No, never mind. I don't know where I'm going. Full sense is folk sense and huge, as it turns out. This place be big. This place be big. We do also have to backtrack at some point. Dog. To like check and see if we can take any photos of the earlier parts of the town. Not to walk down here if you're careful. Let's see if there's anywhere else here to actually walk, because I accidentally click on a door to go past somewhere. Giant sign was... Yeah! So many hint coins. Dog! Grrr! Hi, Precious. Precious is wearing a giant nappy. And has jowls for days. He doesn't appear to be in a very good mood. Luke. Let me see if I can find out what a problem is. Hey, fella, do you need nappy change? Good heavens, look at you hurt. I don't think he's in the mood for conversation right now. Indeed, let's find our way through town. Passing through here seems rather difficult. Where does this go? There is another direction. Oh my god. No, we're at the okay, well, we're at the museum. So let's go back around the other way. And then we go around. Okay, let's go back. Because we've got to see if the camera appears anywhere. Can the Panera bread appear indoors anywhere? Ominous music. Ominous music. So I haven't done much, got distracted with Big the cat, hell yeah. As in it's your cat, or are you playing Sonic? I don't blame you either way. Oh, the guy's gone. Flora's still here. Sonic? Sonic. One day I'll play Sonic games. One day I'll play the Sonic games. We got this fancy schmancy camera. And I'm meant to be taking photos of everywhere. To play a game and spot the difference. The only difference I see is that there's no way to play spot the difference in. What I'm presenting Adventure 1. That's one of the huge ones, right? Isn't Adventure 1 one of the ones that has like several playable characters? I'm not super duper familiar with like every game, but I'm pretty sure Sonic Adventure 1's one of the ones that has a shitload of games. Sir, a minute please, it's the red light district. You can't go in there with a child. Oh, hello there. You're the fellow always with Inspector Chelmy, yes? My name's Martin, sir. I'm currently serving under Inspector Chelmy, sir. We'll oblige to let you know that you may want to reconsider going this way with the boy. I was joking about it being a red light district. Adventure 2 and Heroes are multiplayer characters. Heroes is like one of the ones I played when I was younger. I did get it on like GameCube. Things best left unknown until you're older, lad. My advice is to do it about face and leave the area. I don't think a bunch on this, Luke. We'll find another path leading up that way. I was joking about this being a red light district. That was a joke I was making because it was the color red. I didn't realize I was being accurate, that it was actually the place that you go to do sex, have fun times. I was joking. Museum must be around here somewhere. Let's have a close look at that gate, shall we? Go. Layton, do you want to get laid or not? They don't call you laid at tons for nothing, Layton. Come on. Come on. Come on. Luke has to be taught about becoming a gentleman at some point, right? It's a big club. I am joking when I do this shit now. Like, I joke about something that happens. I am. Looks like a snake could slither out at any moment. You know, in Australia and Britain, calm the fuck down. I mean, I still have the singular worst example about joking about something and it being real in Danganronpa V3. Danganronpa V3 is still my absolute worst example ever of also clairvoyant streams blabbed. No, Danganronpa reference. No. Again, the worst joke clairvoyance I've ever had is Danganronpa V3. In terms of what I joked about and what I was correct, and it being real was very concerning. This must be the museum. Gate shot tight. It must be closed. I was hoping we'd find some useful information inside, but there's no sense in standing around waiting. For the time being, let's continue our investigation elsewhere. Red Light District! No played or seen V3, I only play good games. So why haven't you played V3 then? So why have you... V3's the best. V3's the best. That's why I play that game all the more entertaining. Fucking love V3. I fucking love V3 so much. Red Light District, baby! Yeah! Look, my boy, it's time you became a gentleman. Professor, I'm 8. What charming illustrations. Oh, illuminations. I think illustrations like the pinup girls. Oh, watch out, but the one until played DL1 all the way through. Watched yours for 2. 2's, well, I was about to say 2's the one I like the least. Ultra Despair Girls. Get rid of the part of Ultra Despair Girls that I dislike, and I'd prefer it over 2. But unfortunately, the rape minigame does exist in Ultra Despair Girls, so... Greetings, strangers! Let me guess, you got me a second fame and fortune? I'm sorry, the what? The rape minigame. I'm okay spoiling this for Ultra Despair Girls because don't play the game because it has the rape minigame in it. Your character's being raped and you have to stop your character from being raped. The game makes jokes about you masturbating while you watch it happen. So, don't play Ultra Despair Girls. What the rest of that game is outside of that, I'm just like, it is actually good. I prefer it over Danganronpa 2. But unfortunately, the minigame where your character's being raped and you have to stop, but the game turns around and says, oh, but maybe don't stop it too fast, or don't make sure you don't enjoy yourself too much while it's happening. Make sure to focus on actually stopping it from happening. That entire chapter, something out of South Park game, not Danganronpa. Yeah. Ultra Despair Girls is one of the best Danganronpa games, except for the ways in which it is the worst one. Yeah. I can't remember whether the rape minigame is before or after you strip the 12-year-old girl who's a victim of sexual abuse as her boss fight. I want to say after that. I think it goes rape minigame and then strip the 12-year-old girl who was a victim of sexual abuse to beat her in a boss fight. I think that's the order of events. If you're wondering if I'm exaggerating, no, I'm not. It's a machine that's doing the raping. Doesn't change it though. Doesn't change it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm very much. If you've played the game, I'm like leaving out details. No. That 12-year-old girl is the one who made the machine, and she's the one who's controlling it. That's why you fight her in a boss fight afterwards. That's why you fight her in the boss fight afterwards. Kodaka's the one who comes up with this. That is very explicitly Kodaka. That has Kodaka written all over it. That is explicitly him. There is no fucking way it's not. There is no. Look, I don't know anything about 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I don't know anything about it. I don't remember anything about Ultra. I haven't heard anything about it. But one thing I do remember is seeing a survey that went out of people just being like, what types of things do you like from Danganronpa / Zero Escape? And what would you like to see in 100 Line because of this? And I remember someone writing, what's the writer of Zero Escape? It begins with a U, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Who's the writer of Zero Escape? U something? I've not actually played Zero Escape, so it's hard for me to remember. Ichikoshi, yeah. Ichikoshi. I distinctly remember someone writing a thing of just being like, when you make the game, let Ushikoshi be horny. Do not let Kodaka be horny. I do remember someone specifically writing that. It's just like, when Uchikoshi is horny, it makes good writing. When Kodaka writes horny, it's horrible. So, horny good, make sure it's not Kodaka who writes any of the horny parts, though. And I remember that person quote-tweeting themselves when the game came out, saying, I think they listened to me. That's like the only thing I know about Last Defense Academy. It's the only thing I know about it. Is someone saying, don't let Kodaka be horny, let Uchikoshi be horny, And apparently that person was satisfied with the game of being, I think they listened to me. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons I don't like Danganronpa 2. Sex Pest and Mikan are definitely well, I like Mikan as a character. I don't like what the writer, Kodaka, does with Mikan. And I don't like Sex Pest at all, so there is that. So it's a big part of the reason why I think V3 works. I think a big part of the reason why V3 works is that, like, those elements of horniness in V3 don't exist. Whenever V3 is horny, it's way better about it. Yes, I'm aware I'm talking about the game with Mew Iruma in it. I stand by what I said. Mika's a great character that's horrifically misused by the narrative. This is why V3 is fine. Because Mew Iruma is not meant to be a good character. This is why the horny character in V3 works. Because she's not meant to be a good person. But also, she's not a horrible person, so, you know. Like, Sex Pest is a terrible person. By the way, horniness exists mainly within one character who has a censored dildo. They're teenagers, I would assume. I knew teenagers who grew up with dildos. And one of them got, like, wanted to bring it into school and was, like, showing around in class. I didn't get to see it, but they were just like, yeah, I'll bring it around. And I'm just like, it's going to be very funny if you get caught by the teacher with your dildo in school. We're searching for an item called the Elysian Box. Does the name sound familiar? Well, now that's a fantastic name. Here's a puzzle for sharing that great name with me. Might play V3 then if you say it's better. Just been cautious since 2. So here, like, V3, I won't say anything about why. V3 is what is known as the most polarizing entry in Danganronpa. What I like to say is that it's polarizing because some people play it and are cowards, and some people who play it and aren't cowards. But V3 is probably the singular most polarizing Danganronpa game. Like, people play Ultra Despair Girls, and everyone agrees that the parts of it suck are horrible. V3 is polarizing for a couple of different elements to it. But what I'll say is, like, I really enjoyed Danganronpa 1. I quite liked the game. Danganronpa 2, I don't regret the fact that I played through it. There was enough in it that I, like, still, overall, I'm glad I played it. But there's a lot of parts of 2 that I don't like. Ultra Despair Girls would be a much better game without the one incredibly horrible section of it. But unfortunately, it does have that. V3 is probably, like, in my top 20, 25 games of all time. Like, for me, V3 is significant levels better than 1 and 2. And also 1. Like, it is substantial improvement. It is, they were making, like, it is a, to me, it is a, they were writing what was going to be the last Danganronpa game because they wanted to move on to something else. So they said, let's make sure we go as Danganronpa as possible, and they did it the best that they could. But yeah, that's for me what Danganronpa V3 is. Whatever, this is an entertaining grandpa discussion. I always just, my brain just, all of my streams are just my brain leaking in front of you, and all of the stuff that I'm thinking just leaks out as this thing slowly dies. So don't feel too bad. A yellowed photograph shows. I thought photos here didn't age. I thought in the vampire mouse time travel dimension. I thought they didn't do that. I thought photos didn't age. Fire, please do not call this episode on YouTube the vampire mouse time travel dimension. No one's gonna know what you're talking about. Because we don't start there. Call the next episode that. A yellowed photograph shows 3 couples. In the photo, no one man is standing directly above his spouse. Of the 3 women present, there are, okay, there's one thing where I read the whole thing to get an idea for the puzzle, and then I reread it to actually, like, try and process it. Of the 3 women present, 2 are sisters and are sitting next to each other. The older sister's husband is the man without a mustache. Everyone in the picture is wearing a hat, except for the husband of the younger sister. Woman unrelated to the other 2 is sitting in front of the younger sister's husband. So you can find the man in this law who is married to neither sister. Choose from A, B, or C. It's some kind of play of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Vampire the Mousequerade timelines. There we go. There we go. Vampire the Mousequerade timelines. There we go. We worked it out. We worked it out. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down, and we're gonna call one of the episodes that. I'm gonna write that down in my list of things to remember. A thing that I have. Vampire the Mousequerade timelines. We've got the most impossible to pass episode title of all time. Doodles, you were there for the episode that ended up going on to YouTube being called the Berlin Wall Everywhere System. You were there for that episode. That is the closest I have ever been to like Castle Super Beast levels of naming conventions for a YouTube video. I can absolutely see an episode of Castle Super Beast being called the Berlin Wall Everywhere System. Okay, so we're gonna find the man who is not married to either sister. Okay. There's a lot of different descriptions here. This is like this type of puzzle exists a number of times. This is one of the most forward and back of all of these I think that we've had in this. Like this is like there was this is on the train. That channel's called Tatted Channel. I'm sorry, that was a that was a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe video. See, do you want to know the scary thing, Beard? Do you want to know the scary thing? That episode title is directly related to the conversations and the gameplay of that video. That is not like what this is, of like Mousequerade timelines, of me coming up with some random theory. It is like explicitly a part of the video that is directly like, that comes up in gameplay. It comes up in gameplay and is directly relevant to Mario. If you haven't seen it, I'm just going to do this. I'm just gonna find this, because this is one of my favorite things on the internet. I'm just gonna get this screenshot and open it up. Snippet sketch, open up. This is, I fucking... I love this so much. I love this so much. It's because you can send people the link. It's just like sending someone this link just has a certain energy to it that not much else can replicate. Just being able to link someone mariowiki.com/Berlin Wall. See, this is why there is no better episode title. This is why there is no better episode title on any of my videos than the Berlin Wall Everywhere System, because it is directly about Mario, which is what I was playing that day, and it's in the game that I was playing. You may read that title going into that episode just going, what the fuck? Hyper relevant to the actual episode. This is one of the most fever dream streams I've ever had. We came away from the end of it just being like, how the fuck was that real? Which is, as you can see, everyone's reaction. Anyways, Professor Layton. A yellow photograph shows 3 couples. In the photo, no man is directly above his spouse. Here's a weird photo that you've got going on here then. Of the 3 women present, 2 are sisters and are sitting next to each other. So E is definitely a sister. I don't think it's Doritos the same way ever since. Oh, that was the Flaming Hot Dorito episode as well, wasn't it? That was in the same episode for the Flaming Hot Doritos. I forgot about that. That was the same episode. So, 2, yeah. Is that Dick Dastardly the Pringles guy? So yeah, we got the Pringles mascot, Dick Dastardly, and I'm pretty sure this is Humpty Dumpty. This is this is SpongeBob's mum. This I'm pretty sure is SpongeBob's mum with the glasses and the perfectly round head. Okay. So, yeah, the 2 sisters sitting next to each other, so E is a sister. No matter what. The eldest sister's husband is the man without the mustache. So you're... Okay. Okay, so the elder sister's husband is the man without the mustache. So, wait, okay. Well, sorry. The sisters are next to each other, so you're a sister and one of the other 2 is a sister. None of them are above their spouse. So you are the husband of one of the sisters, right? Yeah, you are the husband of one of the sisters, which is her. So E and F are the sisters, and you are the spouse of F. Okay. Everyone in the picture is wearing a hat except for the husband of the younger sister. So, these 2. So, yeah, A and F are married, E and C are married. The woman unrelated to other 2 is sitting in front of the younger sister's husband. Wait. Oh, shit. Okay, wait, no, I've completely fucked up then. Shit. 3 women, okay, eldest sister's husband is the man without the mustache. So, okay, you are... Oh, I guess the idea is just you're the elder. I was thinking, oh, because it's going to be her. You're the elder sister. Okay. I guess, yeah, I didn't even think of that. You could be her, you could be this one, and then that doesn't actually tell us which of these are sisters. Okay. But, okay, so you're with one of the sisters. You're married to one of the sisters. Elder sister's mustache is the man without the mustache. Everybody just wearing a hat except for the husband of the younger sister. So man without a mustache, you're married to one sister, you're married to another okay. Humpty is married to elder sister. Pringles is married to the younger sister. The woman of the other 2 is sitting in front of the younger sister's husband. Which is this one, right? I feel like I'm overcomplicating this. You're not even too simple for a Layton puzzle? Okay. But, okay, so Humpty is... I'm just trying... my brain... These are the issues with these types of puzzles, is just legitimately my memory. Because I'm saying the things out loud, and I'm forgetting what the earlier steps that I said was. Like, this should be simple, but my brain is forgetting what I said earlier. So I'm having to, like... I have to, like, go back and rework out every step, and I'm kind of on a time limit before I forget all of the steps. Memo might help with that? I probably should. Okay. I probably should memo. Okay. 2 sisters are sitting next to each other, so you are guaranteed to be a sister. Because otherwise, they'd not be sitting next to each other. The elder sister's husband is the man without the mustache. So you are married to one. You are married to an... So you are married to elder sister. Okay. Everyone in the picture is wearing a hat except for the husband of the younger sister. You're not wearing a hat, so you're the husband of younger sister. The woman unrelated to the other two is sitting in front of the younger sister's husband. Okay, so you are so you're not a so you're a sister, and you're not a sister. Gave his break teasers, super effective. My memory is so bad. Yeah, younger sister's husband, younger husband of the younger sister. So that is, yeah. And then, so I was about to write S for solo, and you were just like, no relation. There we go. No relation. Can you find the man in the slot who is married to neither sister? Oh, that's all I have to find out. Oh, I thought I'd have to like, I thought I'd have to work out way more. Oh, I just have to know the man who's not married to neither sister. It straight up tells me that one of the sister's husband. I don't even need to like find out like who you're married to. Is this B then? Oh.
Consider this
okay.
puzzle solved.
Oh, okay.
And there we have it.
I didn't even need to work out all of the connections. It's literally just they tell you the man with the mustache is married to a sister. The man without a hat is married to a sister. Who's not married to a sister is the actual okay. No, you don't need that much information. You don't need that much information. You know the elder sister's husband has no mustache, it must be A. You also know the younger sister's husband has no hat, so he's obviously C. With those two choices eliminated, the answer is clear. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the elder sister is E, little sister is D, and the last woman, F, is married to B. By the way, here's the extra puzzle. Jesus. So, bro, I'd like to add something. How about you keep your fucking mouth shut, you little lying abortion line? So the Kikichi, the first trouble, was not solidified as a goat to me. calling someone an abortion, especially Kokichi, is very good. Good job and good luck finding that whatchamacallit. You know, the thing with a great name. I bet when you open it, a genie pops out and grants you a wish or something. I wish to be turned into a mouse and put into an alternate dimension of vampires. Oddly specific wish. What? 3 couples. See, this is gonna be the issue. What I've hedged my bet on, in terms of what's happening in this game. I've hedged my bet on town vampire, everyone's a mice, and time travel? Or, like, time stasis? So really, I've got 3 different guesses. So if even one of them turns out to be accurate, people are gonna think I'm super impressive for getting it. When realistically, I have 3 guesses going on at once. And I'm gonna be disappointed when whatever answer they give is nowhere near as cool as my answer. Oh, Mr. Beluga, it's been ages. I haven't seen you in donkeys. Did you find that thing in the end? I wish. But old Sam, strike it down with a boy's about as useful as a chocolate frying pan. Oh, don't fret like that, love. You'll get wrinkles in that distinguished brow of yours. Everyone will remember the one prediction came true. No one will remember the 14 predictions that didn't. Excuse me, I have 0 predictions about Final Fantasy XIV that didn't come true. I was incredibly correct about everything, including the stuff that I predicted 3 expansions in advance. Thank you very much. What's next at this point? Aliens? I feel like this is the inevitable conclusion. One of these is gonna be about aliens. I feel like the inevitable conclusion of one of these Layton games is gonna be aliens at this point. I'm so excited for when we get to the Layton game that goes to space. I'm so excited. It's probably, no, it's gotta, if it's space, it's gotta be the finale. I'm so excited to get to the end of game 6, and like the final puzzle is how do we get back from the moon. I'm so excited. Professor Layton and the inevitable conclusion. That just sounds like Layton trying to beat death. Hey up there, Mr. Beard Duck. How about coming in for a catch-up? Professor, did you see that? Mr. Beluga just went to that cabaret. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Look, my boy, why do you know what that is? Be a sick finale. You say just being like, shit, Fire predicted it like 4 games in advance. How do we act cool to like not give it away that it's totally spot on? Oh my god, look, it's me! Look, it's me! Look, it says V2! That's definitely what it says and no other letters. It says V and then 2. It's me. That's my building. I have a Y2K, but that works. V2! I live next to a strip club. Let's go. A sign is the most glamorous in town. I really don't want to walk that way because then I have to walk all the way back around, don't I? There are so many paths here. Shit goes everywhere. Oh, hello, love. You must be that tall, dark, and handsome stranger my horoscope's been promising. Is your mouse vampire an alternate timeline mention? God. Me when I'm a vampire, not mouse vampire, an alternate timeline mention. You're coming in to see the show, aren't you, ducky? I apologize, madame, but we're in the middle of... Hey, you aren't going all shy on me, are you? No, my listening devices. That being said, they lasted like 3 hours into it. They lasted like 3 hours, 40 minutes into it. That's impressive. Okay, how do I do this? How do I get these out of my ear? We had the issue before of realizing that my computer's actual volume does affect the volume that you hear the game at, which didn't realize it did that, which is a slight issue. So when I change over to a different pair of headphones, it will change the volume of the game, which is a little worrying. Give me a second. Eventually the headphones will turn on. There we go. There we go. There we go. You know, seeing Vera on screen, just the way that she's acting, it's now making me realize a question that I've never asked about this franchise. Is there like anyone who draws Layton porn? There's been multiple like adult women characters that the game talks about being pretty and everything like that. But because of the dimensions of all the characters, I don't know if anyone actually like indulges that. I mean, I know it's called Rule 34 for a reason, but like, well, this is very quiet on my end because these headphones are quieter. But if I make it louder on my end, it's louder on your end, as it turns out. So I'll just have to go by belly listening. Probably a lot. There's like 6 games, and it's all. Yeah. You aren't going all shy on me, are you? I can see you're blushing under that big hat. You know what they say about a man with a big hat? A big secret for why he wears that big hat. Oh, there's your little friend right there. He's a strapping lad, isn't he? Aren't you, love? Professor, I'm scared. Sorry to change the subjects, but I couldn't help but notice Mr. Beluga acting your cabaret. Means I'm a fucking child. Oh, you're one of Mr. B's friends, are you? Oh, just wait, her eyes are angry now. Something like that, yes? Tell me, does Mr. Beluga visit here often? Well, you can certainly call him a patron of the arts, love. But I'm not one to go chatting about the customs of just any old charmer who walks by. Oh, but you're a handsome devil, aren't you? Charming, dapper, and such a gentleman. Show me you got some brains behind that pretty face, and I might get a bit indiscreet. There is, in fact, but most of his characters from later games you haven't met yet. Alright, once again, we're in the scenario of fire. Don't look up porn. It's spoilers. Jill up. So close to being pearls. I have this old necklace that's really to my taste anymore. I decided to sell it, but when I was getting it valued the other day, I realized something strange. Each stone's worth a different amount, but there's a way for me to break the necklace up into 3 smaller ones that are all worth the same total. Can you work out where to make the cuts? Why do you care? Why do you care about them all? Okay. Clearly, here we go, love. I've solved it for you. Ah, they don't let me cheat. You can't draw any more lines, but Why? They really are just letting me collect. Yeah! Clearly cut the gemstones in half. That'll keep them at their value. Okay, chat, we're gonna do some hardcore math. We're gonna do some hardcore math here. Calculator, there we go. The jeweled necklace, that is all. Alright, we're doing some maths here. 900 plus 1200. No, I'm not doing this in my head, I'm lazy. 1200 plus 100 plus 500 plus 800 plus 1100 plus 200 plus 400 plus 300 plus 600 plus 1000. I've clearly fucked up because I have a 10 in that digit. Cool, let me start again. 900 plus 1200. So 21, yes. Plus 100 is 22. Plus 500 is 27. Plus 800 is 35. Plus 1100 is 44. 46. Plus 200 is 48. Plus 400 is 52. Plus 300 is 55. Plus 600 is 61. Plus 1000 is 71. Plus 700 is 78,000. Localization note from me here. This character, Vera, is called Ilyana in the US version. That's a very drastic change, it feels like. Okay, so they're gotta be worth 2,600. So, given that there's like a big 1,000 on each of them, I'm gonna assume that's gonna be on each of them, because they're too far away to be on one together. So we're gonna add up to 2,600 on each thing. So we're like 11, that'd be like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No, 1,100. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. You could possibly do this. 1,000 to 700 to 900 is exactly perfect. And then 13, 18, 20, bam! Done.
This should do the trick.
Hey! I'm so good at maths
A
today.
true gentleman leaves no puzzle.
Lego! That's right, each strand of gems is worth 2,600 pounds. Euros. European Union fun bucks. Not a bad wedge. I assume it'd be pounds because it's Britain. England, isn't it? Ooh, brains and beauty. I hope you don't solve puzzles for all the girls. It was a hot summer's night. Now then, Mr. B is definitely looking for something, but I don't rightly know what. He can't be having much luck because he's had a right cob on whenever I've seen him lately. 3.001 euros then. Let me go into the cabaret. I do the can, not the who's who. Sorry, love. Oh, I want to go in and see the goyles. I'm also the goyles. Thumped. Can I just go back that way now? Hey! Let me in! Let me in! Okay, so we'll go. Is that back up to where we were before? Yes, it is. Trying to work out where I can and can't go here is getting a little confusing. This is the most. Oh my. Okay, of course. Why? Why would I expect anything different? She has to be around here somewhere. Oh, but she does have a camera. Not as much point, I think. I like how you say only 330. Just because there are certain things out there from, like, franchises where it's in the tens of thousands. Only 330 is still like... You're taking a photo of this location. Something about it seems strange. Use the camera minigame to determine what's in the trunk. 72 a charge. I guess women like a gentleman. I need to go to the bathroom. Chat, do you want chat? Chat, I need you to do me a favor. Chat, watch the hamster while I go to the bathroom. I need you to I need to go to the bar. I was gonna wait until the end of the stream, and then I realized, no, I haven't even, like, entered the museum. Watch the hamster while I go to the bathroom. Make sure he doesn't eat everyone. I will be back. And we're back! How's the hamster going? Instructions unclear. Ate the hamster? No! Sergeant Death has met his death! No! Why did you wait for him to lose all of that fat before you ate him? You couldn't even have eaten him when he was all nice and fat and juicy. He's nothing but skin and bones now. You didn't even get anything out of it. No! Well, now with rodent death on our minds, I have nothing for you. There's no continuation of that bit. We do have this though. We do have to touch a picture to view it. You might as well do this. It says like go to the it says like find the spot the difference, go to that place and then touch it. You might as well just like then work it out while you're there then. Granny R's. Okay, I see this. There's that there that's missing. The big, middle of the eye. There's a lantern there. Hopefully the number of steps is the same. I'm not counting. All the things there. A little bit some moss there. That tree's still as evil. That's different. Wait.
This should do the trick.
Wait.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Oh, okay, you do it per difference. Oh, okay. You don't just mark them all. Okay, it's gonna take a while to do that then. It'll take a while to do it then.
Let's see if this.
Hey, it alternates between the characters as well. Nice.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
There we go. Let me mark. I guess the idea is if you marked all of them, then like if it failed, you wouldn't know which one was wrong. I guess is meant to be the idea. Yeah, so you can confirm which one separately. Because yeah, I guess if you just said them all, then it'd be like, alright. And here, the branches of the trees are a little different.
Just leave it to me.
Yeah, I'm so good at puzzles today. I am puzzle god
cake.
today. Found all the differences in the photo and found a hidden puzzle in this location. Ooh. Where's the puzzle then? Here! Okay, touch like this little dick of the tree. Got it, okay. Everything's a dick. Alright, chat. Gotta touch the dick of the tree. Puzzle! Oh, spy hidden puzzle! Solve a puzzle, we get another puzzle. Oh, hell yeah, the messy mole. We find the difference count as a puzzle. I mean, it doesn't say it's a puzzle number. It says it's like a camera thing. I think a general circles often find differences. Too well made a little find the difference. It is cute. And then they're gonna give me a hell puzzle afterwards. On the edge of a forest lives a particularly messy mole. His burrow is so clogged up with rubbish that he finally has to tidy up. However, being lazy, mood, he decides to clean his place while doing the least amount of work possible. Based. In order to pick up all the rubbish in his burrow without passing through any one tunnel twice. From which holes A to G should the mole start cleaning. While moving through any tunnel twice is forbidden. He can pass through any junction between tunnels as often as he wants. Okay, it's one of these things. What's this called? The salesman's dilemma or whatever it is? This is one of those things, right? They call it laziness, I call it efficiency. We're not the same. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, where does he start cleaning? Oh, that makes it way harder. I thought I was drawing the path. Oh, no, from where does he have to start cleaning to do it? Oh. Oh, that's way worse. Though we don't have to solve the entire thing here, do we? We just have, like, if we know that some aren't viable, then we know it's not that one. Like, it can't be F, right? It can't be F because you'd have to double back to do all of this. Because you'd have to, like, go here and go around. I guess you could then go, like, if you went around. Okay, because this is actually so open-ended, I'm gonna struggle here for a while. Just because it's so open-ended. I feel like it's one of those things where you gotta look at the start of like where each thing starts and just be like, what is the actual difference? My brain's struggling to like work out where to start. I don't know how to start. I don't know where to start that. Like start in terms of start trying to work it out. Like, I don't know how to mentally approach beginning to work out the puzzle. Without just like, because even if I go to a hole and I choose that hole, the amount of different options from every hole is so huge that it would be incredibly time consuming. So I'm trying to like work out, okay, how do you eliminate a hole and realize that's the wrong one? What's the technique to do that? And that I'm not, if there is a technique like that to do, I don't know it. I can't work out, I'm trying to work out like a way to start, like, how do I work out this puzzle? Like, what should I do for the puzzle that doesn't require just testing a billion permutations? I'm trying to like logic it out of just being like, how do I eliminate a hole by knowing, okay, well, that can't work because this will always have to double over. But even that, there's so many permutations of anything that it's just like, I also don't know how to, like, help with that either. I'm mainly thinking C because it's the one that has 3 on it. Like, C's on an intersection of 3. Whereas the others are on intersections of 4. Except for A.
This should do the trick.
Hey! The C! There we go. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Because when I did that other one and I realized that C was giving me a trouble point of like trying to go from A, that was just like, okay, C is in the middle of a trisection, which basically means that because it's in the middle of a trisection, you go through that once, you're done. You can't, there's not another path there. It has an odd number. Like the one that has 2 paths, you go either way and then, or you come back. And the others have also got 4, they've also got double paths. Because C's only got 3, you go through that, it's done. So you have to use that to go the other part of the T, and then you can loop back around onto the other parts. I guess is like the logic. That's like the logic of like why I was just like when I did that of realizing why C was fucked to go past there. Our friend the lazy mole should start his cleaning from hole C. Starting is going to benefit from any other hole, cause him to go through at least 1 tunnel twice before the job is finished. You're correct about C having 3 being the right solution. You might remember a series of puzzles in Curious Village about drawing a shape without lifting a pencil, and that the trick is that such shapes must start and end at odd intersections if they exist, essentially the same puzzle. Yeah. It was just the moment that I did the one where I started from A and I realized that this was the trouble point, I'm just like, oh. Because like this is a different route to what I did. Like they've drawn a different route. There's a shitload of different route solutions that exist. All of them start from C. Because where you end doesn't matter. Because I ended up here. Because like I went around and I went down here and around here. But yeah. There it is. There it is. I knew there had to be a way of like doing that without a billion permutations. And it was just like drawing one of the permutations made me realize that. I only just put that together now because I've been doing draw the shape using the one-line puzzle to wind down for sleep recently. Ah. Whew, that was a lot of work. There we go. Massimo. And yes, this is Granny's first full-size house in this game. Which kind of tells me that, like, that False Sense is going to be the location for basically the rest of the game. We've spent multiple chapters not in the main location we're going to. And now we're at the main location we're spending the game in. I mean, given how huge this place is, this place feels like the size of the Curious Village. Say, there's that shack again. Granny Riddleton's shack. If we overlook puzzles on the course of our journey, we know where we can go, don't we, Luke? Granny! Yeah, I saw us out camping town. Well, what do you think? Pretty smart, eh? Looks like a puzzle will run around town. Have a look here. I still need a shit. I think I can. I assume, yeah. Because when you finish a chapter, this is that you've actually missed it. Question that I'm now wondering. Has anything happened with the new Professor... Wasn't there a new Professor Layton game announced at some point? Has anything happened with that? I swear I'm recalling, like, a number of years ago of people just being like, oh my god, Professor Layton game. Wherever goes, she goes. Oh, she's the one causing all the insane incidents in this series. Granny Riddleton's going to be the final boss. I appreciate it if you didn't spoil it. I didn't tell you about Mr. Beans. I'm now realizing I probably shouldn't have this stream go too late. Because literally in a couple of hours I'm going to be streaming again because of the Nintendo Direct. Sorry, just mentioning that there's like... Oh, there was an announcement of a Professor Layton game ages ago. It's just like... Oh, maybe it'll be that today. The Nintendo Direct's later today. Because I haven't even up this rock. What down this rock? Do you see that watchtower, Professor? Something very suspicious about it, isn't there? Believe it was a Nintendo Direct. It's in about 4 hours. I can watch it live because it's at 11 p.m. for me. So I can actually watch it live. It makes me make sex. You see that watchtower, Professor? There's something very suspicious about it, isn't there? Oh, there's a lot going on here. Not every day I see any faces. We visited from out of town. Yes, in a way, but we're not here to sightsee. We're searching for an antique known as the Elysian Box. Have you heard of it? Slave for this, you know, further information about when there have been a couple of trailers, I've ignored them. Okay. No, that's the first time I've ever heard of it. Wish I had some information to give you. Countless of visitors to our great town go away empty-handed. Here, it's not a keyring, but please take this puzzle of mine as a souvenir of Folson's. I was about to say, it feels like this is the main town of the game. I also feel like we're relatively far into the game because we're getting puzzle numbers in like the 80s and I'm already at like 1600 Picora. It's really hard for me to tell how far into this game I am. It feels like we've now only just hit like the main destination of the game. But also I think about some things and how far we are and I'm just like, I actually cannot tell how far into this game we are. 5 shapes are arranged in a sequence, but the 4th shape is missing. Using the 4 visible shapes to determine which A or B should insert as the 4th shape of the series. Oh, it's one of those work out what the puzzle thing is, or the thing that's going on is. Are these all impossible shapes? Is that the idea that's going on? Cube, one hole, a house. I have no idea what the pattern is. I have no fucking clue. This looks like this. But I don't know if that's meant to be into any kind. I'm guessing.
And now to test my theory.
It was the closest one that
there
looks
we
like
have
a
it.
full cube with multiple things in it. I have no idea what the why it was the solution. Oh, okay. There was numbers. Okay. I just went for this one because like these ones look like most of the cube is there. Okay, yeah, I never would have gotten that. Numbers hidden in each shape determine the sequence for this order. When you turn each shape 90 degrees clockwise, the number becomes visible. In the case of B, turning it sideways reveals the number 4. All our options are technically valid for the pattern eventually. The wrong answers to, were A, 0 and C, 7. Okay. Yeah, I never would have picked up on the number thing for that. I would not have picked up on that. I threw a guess at a wall and it somehow was accurate. That's what they're fellows. I had a mercy ball, but if your lead on this Elysian box led you here, you may be out of luck. So many of the residents who are false sense experts skedaddled a few. Why did the experts skedaddle a few years back? It all started over a strange rumor that spread through the town like wildfire. Ah, so we've been in the right place. There may be no one left to ask. Tell me, what was this rumor? Some silly thing about a curse. Not entirely sure to be what, to be honest. Something about turning into vampire mice and being trapped in time. I don't find myself wondering where all those people who let... Jeez. I wonder for all the people who up and left False Sense. I wonder where they went. I wonder if there's somewhere nearby that was recently established that would make sense for like I wonder if a bunch of people ran away from a curse and started a new town. We're just through town just a few years back, yet I can't remember exactly when it happened. If we're in a vampire Mousequerade timeline, then it being a few years and Dropzone being 50, that would still be fine. Unless it turns out Dropzone isn't 50 years old and it's even younger than that. They're all eaten to dust by the mice, I think. Barricade seems to be strictly enforced. How is this town so huge? I was gonna say we finished exploring the town before the museum, and then we'll end it there. Oh my god. Town's huge. The shelves are full of recipes and ingredients. Never seen this before. Can you eat it? What does this contraption do? What does this contraption do? God, this whole place is covered in garlic. It definitely smells like it. Wow. Yes, it's very pungent. It's a good thing I brought my handkerchief. My eyes are watering. My nose hurts just being here. Father, some customers. Come in, come in. He's warrior. Ah, it's been months since anyone came by. My shop's been out of favor with the townspeople recently. I can see why, or rather I can smell why. Okay, my shop smells bad, so what? It's not good for my health, you know. It's for protection. Chad, I think I'm gonna shit myself to death. Chad, I'm gonna shit myself to death. We've got what you might call a bit of a vampire problem here in town. Garlic keeps them away, see? Vampires? Seriously? Do I look like I'm joking, boy? You've seen that castle over there, haven't you? It's a big old Dracula in it. So the vampire lives. At least that's what people say. Not saying I believe it's all, but you never be too prepared, you know? I'm gonna fucking... How do I do this? How do I keep doing this? Still, you out of town, I should keep an eye out for vampires, just in case. When it comes down to it, you know, it's out of my shop. Completely vamp-proof. Hell yeah. See that watchtower, Professor? Something very suspicious about it, isn't there? You really want to go to the watchtower? Let's go another direction first. Oh! Postman. Very historical building. Did I fuck up the thing? No, I didn't. Hidden coins everywhere. What tall buildings? I'd love to see the view from up there. How is this place so big? Hi, Posty. Hello, you two. Nice to see you again. Heading north side of town, are you? Why, what's up there? Oh, nothing really. Just some old houses. Got letters from folk in Dropzone to live there. Well, there are people from Dropzone sending letters all the way out here. I suppose the first two, but there's some sort of connection between Dropzone and this place. I wonder what it is. Hard to describe it worse, so I'll just leave it at that. Oops, I got a dash. The bus can't be late. Mr. Parcel, please wait a moment. Oh, she didn't even look back once. Beluga's scared of dying, so he wants to get the Elysium box to become a vampire. Turns out that the Elysium box is actually the stone mask. Hey, yeah, we're back on treasure, baby! Quite a blessing individual, no one. But never mind. For now, we must focus on our investigation. I was about to say, don't tell me I can actually go to the north end of town. Please, for the love of God, let this funnel into some point at some point. Look, I see it. Hard not to. But what about this direction? Oh, cool, another broken-in gate. We're back to Curious Village. Right, it's broken. How'd it do that? Giant stake here. Let's just walk through the... Might give me a bad feeling. Who knows who could be looking down that path? What I can see is an expansive wilderness. Let's leave it be for now. No, that's where the vampire house is! Clearly, obviously. Or the giant Dracula castle. One of the two. One of them's gonna be vampires. Look. Look, we're going to the vampire building. We're gonna go there now. Calm down. Yeah! Lick. No, it's garlic. Excuse me, silly professor. What's making that awful racket? I don't know, but I think it's coming from right above us. Quick, look up the stairs. Oh yes, I love getting the hint coin in the bloody shoe on the grounds. Is this why the, you know, oh god, you know mirrors aren't like the natural enemy of the vampire, right? Whoever like is living here. You know that mirrors aren't the natural enemy of the vampire. They just can't see themselves in it. It doesn't like hurt them or anything. Oh, there's a dude up here. It's just a dude. Place is rock covered in garlic as well. Blah! Blasted vampires, get on my property! Are you alright, mister? Huh? What goes there? Why, you need to tell me. I know vampire henchmen when I see them. Oh, wait a second. What are you talking about? We just heard the screaming and came to investigate. So we will, Sonny, but I won't do you any good. I see through your vampire lies. Vampire eyes, vampire eyes, vampire eyes. So, I think that saying quite works with that word. If you don't want me to believe you're not vampires, you'll solve this puzzle and you'll do it quickly. Prove you're not a vampire. Solve a riddle. Because only vampires can solve riddles? Exactly. In one quiet town, there's a tower that commands a view of the whole town. Since you can see every building in town from the tower, logic dictates you should be able to see the top of the tower from any building in town. As you can see the map shown below, however, there's one building in town from which you clearly have no chance of seeing the top of the tower, no matter which window you look out of. Okay.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice.
I'm onto your shit, Layton. I know what these types of riddles are. I'm onto your shit. You can't fool me. Keep fooling me with this shit. You can't see the... Oh, like I did my first time. Can't see the top of the tower that you're in. From inside the tower, there's no way to see the top of it. Maybe able to stick your neck out a window and look up, but you still won't be able to see the top of it because it's angled inwards too. Who are these two? There's just two random people here. Turns out they're not random people. They're the progenitors of the vampire mouse curse. Pretty cool for a vampire. Okay. Unless you're not one of the blood-sucking underlings after all. That's how it is. Listen to me when I tell you, best keep away from the castle over yonder. Yeah, it looks like a Dracula castle, I'm not gonna lie. It's the nest of the one most feared some undead creatures around. A real live vampire. A real live vampire, you say? Said Layton, being way too fucking chill. Don't make me say it again. Fucking vampires, by the way. Rumors have surfaced regarding a vampire said to live in the castle at the edge of town. Terrified by such talk, not a soul in Folsom said to go near the castle. Could a vampire actually be living up in her... See, what the fuck is this game gonna do? Because we had mysteries last time, and the solution to the mystery was a drastic escalation of reality. If they're telling us, by the way, there's vampires already, what is the absurd escalation going to be that's going to make it seem like, oh, it was a vampire, feel quaint in comparison? What the fuck is the like, there's a few such thing as vampires, and he has puzzles in his blood. Layton getting his blood taken from him, seeing it filling out the bag. You know, Doc, this reminds me of a puzzle. Finally, it's slow going, isn't it? Indeed. Perhaps the only real choice to wait for the museum to open up. Gosh, if that's the case, maybe we should revisit the museum. You never know, it might have opened up while we were away. You have a point, Luke. I hope the museum proves more useful to us this time than it did the last. The professor and Luke decided to pay another visit to the Herzen Museum. Please let me save. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Because I feel like this is the correct opportunity to save. Where we have thoroughly explored the... Wait. Camera. I didn't see that before. I didn't see the camera the first time we went through here. Quickly! Lol. 60. Wait, no, I can't do it! We got 69 puzzles solved. We're gonna do the camera, next time. We're gonna leave it on 69 for now. Seems everyone has found their way to False Sense. Just rented Inspector and Constable Barton. Inspector explained that they are in town collecting information on the Elysian box. I just came to cooperate with me. We won't learn a great deal about this place. Very little time, but he seems to work on his own. Through talking to a local shopkeeper, we've learned of an institution as the Herzog Museum. Might believe the information. You can find information on the box there. The gate to the Herzog Museum is locked with no way of entering it. I have a way of estimating when the gate will be open, so we just wait. Anyways, an unusual man named Jeff who keeps himself holed up in a tower. Believes that a vampire lives at the castle at the edge of town. Must keep watch of the area to keep the vampire from attacking the townsfolk. Jeff is even adorned the tower of with knickknacks, and he claims one keep a vampire at bay. Bristling photographs. Even the photographs of vampires, they don't age over time. And we're going back to there to find Pandora's box seems to ring bell with some of them. They're very vague on the details. Gotta go back to there to find out. But we will save it here. Again, there's gonna be a Nintendo Direct later today, so I've gotta like make sure this isn't the longest stream in the world. But we will end it there for today. I gotta say, I've been enjoying this game the entire time. Coming to like having like the carriage that we're on the train switch with another train to take us to a mystery town that's always dark, probably so the vampires don't have to worry about the sun. With a town that, by the way, vampires. I feel like we're now getting to the stage of we're getting like full pelt Layton at us, and I'm appreciating that. I feel like we're getting fully into the oh shit, this is where this game's gonna fucking go area. Or we're at the beginning of that. One of the two. But we will end it there for the time being. When we come back, remind me, we're doing a camera puzzle immediately for this screen. That's why I'm gonna save it and leave it here. You can say we have picked up steam, because it's like the train. It's why the over-top nonsense is part of the charm. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The vampires are real. The mice are going to be the most real, though. Kind of hope the timeline stuff's real, too. That'd be badass. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, this is version 2, signing out.